to like. Retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D, with a C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in, tune out, let the magic unfold.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery, and I've got my partner in crime, the Dad Man, here. And of course, even before he gets to say anything, we've got to play this.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez!
Wow, didn't even wait.
No, you're not. You just get that right from the start, Dad Man.
Absolutely, come in with a blast.
coming in hot, coming in
Yep.
hot. But sorry everyone for the late night start tonight. But yep, we got false advertising in my web banner there. But yep. But I'm doing a big project. I do way too much volunteer work, but I'm doing a charity. We raise funds for youths, for youth sports and scholarships. So the main part is, they get scholarships. It's anyone who's in need too. If you're
What's a ute? Sorry,
I
had to do that. I had to do the Fred Grimm.
Yeah, that's why I got to tee that one up. Here we go. What's a ute? Yeah, but let's see if this doesn't mess up our stream when I switch to it. Let's see. I did switch to that. Whenever you switch the thing, it messes you up. But it's under M for my cousin Vinny. Hopefully, did I put it in alphabetical order? Here we go.
Oh, cool.
The two utes.
To what?
Here's another one.
Did you say utes?
Yeah, two utes.
What is a ute?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. Two youths.
To use.
I can never watch that movie enough.
That's a good family movie to watch too, I think, right? Probably.
Well, she goes off on some F-bombs and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah,
so
but if your kids are old enough,
yeah,
it's a good.
but
I think it's.
there's a bit of language, but yeah, not bad. I mean, really
Yeah,
good there
yeah.
overall. I think it was good, but
Yeah.
it was hilarious. I love that movie.
Oh, it's a
man.
great one. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Let's
it's really good.
let's-
How are you doing, by the way, Mark?
Doing good. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of sleep lately, but let's have say hi to everyone in the chat here. So hail to Tim, and he says I heart Clobbering Time. So of course let us play that. Let me grab. I've got that on the top of the list here.
Yep.
I just love clobbering time.
Thank you, Tim, for being here. Always appreciate your support, and of course Brian Hepburn as well. Always supports the channel here, and Claude Salling, and Cowabunga Dude says, "What's up?" So you know what that means. I gotta play some turtles there. I can't not see that and have Cowabunga Dude.
Oh, I thought you were going to play the old Budweiser commercial. What's up?
What's up? Yep. No, there we go. Dad Man's back. Whenever you change the scene,
StreamYard's just got weird lately, and with their new thing with the vertical.
I'm not going both ways tonight. I'm just going horizontal. But it said it's going to convert it next week. It was actually kind of cool. I think it's cool if you meet new people. But here we go. Here's the Cowabunga. And we got to play this too.
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Nice.
Classic. Yeah. But StreamYard's doing that vertical and horizontal stuff. So I did one the member stream last week at the same time. So I did get a couple new people.
Well, see, that was interesting because it threw me and my chat because we hit it Tuesday night and I didn't know what I was doing, and it was just confusing. We had two different streams up, two literal streams up, and when I canceled one of them, it knocked it out of StreamYard. It just, I think I know how to do it better now.
Oh, you canceled one of them before you started streaming, or while you were streaming?
Yeah, before I streamed.
Well, probably maybe that messed it up.
Yeah, that messed it up. But what happened was when we went live, though, I reset the stream, and it was like people were on one chat or on the other chat. But I will say the vertical seemed to bring in some new people, though.
It does, yeah, because you got these youths that watch this stuff on their phone vertical.
See, I may experiment with it Tuesday night with JT Kirk again. Now that I know what's going on, Tuesday night I had no clue. I mean, there was no warning. It just was like
Well, they added it, and tonight it didn't say that it was going to do it. It said next week we'll convert it. So, but I do like the vertical because I do look a lot skinnier on the vertical stream. The widescreen, is not as flattering. But hail to Daniel Barry. We got Keely Chow here. Roll Tide, even though the Tide did not roll this weekend. Very sorry, very tough loss. My brother-in-law went to Alabama, and he's a diehard Bama fan. He was not happy, so we had to give him extra bacon tonight. So
man, I couldn't. But that Oklahoma team. I mean, I didn't expect that a few weeks ago. They were left for dead by a lot of people, even their own fans.
Surprise, yeah. And Maddie's daddy here is the mighty Thor, and he's got to go to bed early. But let's come on, it's you got 3 hours on us out there. But no, God bless you. And Steve gets up very early, so I'm not going to talk. But whenever Steve is in the house. And he sent me some cute pictures of Maddie and her action figure. It's awesome. Yep. And thanks, Steve. Yep. Have a great week, and say hi to Maddie. Yep. And Brian's saying hi to everyone. And I didn't tweet this out. I probably should tweet this out, but I was.
I'm on it. I'll work it out. Give me a second.
We can work it out. But I was. I should say lazy tonight because I've been working, so I'm doing.
We had a lot of stuff going. I mean, that's kind of like what happens when I'm running late or pushed, and I have to run it live. I have to tweet it while I'm live because I forget to before it happens. So.
And it's tough to talk and tweet at the same time, so I'll talk a lot.
Oh, I can't type and talk it. Yeah, I'm the worst at it. I say that on my streams all the time. I can't type and talk, so absolutely. So about to get it out there.
But so I'm doing this charity group, and we're the old timers. We're kind of changing our names, so now we're like the Old Timers Youth Sports Alliance. But we raise a lot of money for like we'll say like they need a new scoreboard in town. We'll help contribute to that, or depending on how expensive it is, buy it, or like say a team needs some new gloves or something, or gear or something, we'll donate that. Or they actually just started a new flag football league for girls at the high school, which is great, and we donated a lot of money to help get that league off the ground, because the young ladies should be able to play football too, I think. So
well, I'll tell you what, girl flag football can be very, very interesting and very physical.
Flag football is pretty physical. Yeah. My kids played flag football. I think we had more fights and some more collisions playing flag football, or kids like the real football kids forgot that they weren't supposed to hit him. Of course, my son was a tough SOB, so even though he wasn't that heavy, but
my girls had to play co-ed with the boys and stuff, and we always told them, if you get out there with the boys, you're going to have to deal
with the flag or playing flag or
flag football. Yeah. I mean, there's one time my kid got a pass, caught it, ran opposite side of the field, juking everybody out, then turned up field, sharp cut, ended up crashing into two guys and fell into the end zone for a touchdown. The next week we're going out there, and I'm like, what the hell happened to your legs and these bruises and stuff? Like, well, they wore long pants all week. I was like, man, but they never complained.
They didn't complain. Flag foot. Yeah, there's contact in it. I mean, it's not supposed to be overt contact, but it happens. You can get wackadoodled. Yeah. So or like my kid was a running back in Pop Warner, I guess you'd call it, not in the high school. He wasn't big enough to be a running back then, but he was. I couldn't believe when you're the coach is like, your kid's going to be like 80% of our offense this year. I'm like, what? I mean, he was always a good athlete, but and I wasn't one of those. Some of the dads too were nuts in terms of like, I want my kids to have more plays, or that. I could care less as long as they had fun. Like other son didn't enjoy it as much, and I get if you're not as good, the better you are, the more you enjoy it. But I should show you some of his plays, Dad. Man, you would go nuts. He had some great. Of course, it's a dad. I wonder if I could show one. Yeah, let me see if I can find one. A dad that always loves to show off, right?
Oh, I know. I do it with my kids all the time. It embarrasses them.
There is a highlight reel that we had some of his plays, but it was a lot of fun. And but then he was for his size. It was tough. So, but for playing flag football, once they were older, then they were really good. They were hopping around like crazy, and you could see, the better kids. It's tough to tackle grab the flag too. So
it is.
So it can kind of lead to some contact too, where you can't, you're going for the flag and you can't, or that like don't tuck your flag. That was the big one too, like people tucking their flags in or whatever.
Yeah. You had
Kinda
to
like
watch for that. Yeah.
hiding their
Or
flags.
they would hand guard.
Yep, handguard the flag, or you'd like the flag would be like halfway, like they'll wrap it under it, so it was like not going down as much.
Yep.
If that makes sense, like it was,
Mm-hmm.
it was like
They even had it where
like
you
a
couldn't.
loop.
They had it also where you couldn't jiggle your hips. You couldn't. I mean, you could move but you couldn't dance with your hips. Like if somebody went to grab it, if you jerked your hips, they had some rules where you couldn't do that. So
yeah, okay, yeah, but that's
Depending on your league.
how do you enforce that though?
well, it's judgment with the official standing there watching it.
I mean, because then that's what you're supposed to do, right? I mean,
Well,
I would think.
it should be obvious if you're trying to avoid a tag by swinging your hips. I would think so too, Mark. I would think so too, but this part was the old days.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see if I can find. I did find some of his video. Yeah, we can't play the music because. Let's see if I go to-
We do the Ben Hill music.
Let's see. Just try to see if I see. Oh, because they did the kids and they did like the highlight film at the end of the year, and then they did the kids by age. There were 3 ages, so there were the midgets, but they don't call them the midgets anymore. They call them. Do they call them the bantams now? They call them the bantams. Yeah, they call them the bantams. Yeah.
Okay, I have no clue.
And then they had the juniors and no, you wouldn't. But they used to call it like when we were kids. They had the midget league, but they don't. Not allowed to.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, no one. This is the times. The times change, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling through to see where Charlie gets his couple of highlights here. We actually hit a lot of highlights.
That's good.
But most of it was running. But one of the plays, if one of these plays are here on this video.
Yeah. By the way, Steve said thanks for I think playing Thor earlier, Mark.
Yeah, and Maddie I know enjoys that too. Yep. So here we go. This is okay. So then they had the seniors here. I'll just pull this over for that. Yep. So this is dad show off time. Yeah, I'm being a jerk, I guess, but that's okay. Let me pop this out here. You never know what we talk about on Sunday Night Geekery, right? Could be anything.
It could be anything.
We're sort of sports balling a little bit, but
a little bit. But it's like you said, proud dad moment.
Yeah, and
nobody can argue with a proud dad moment.
This is 10 years ago too. But,
well, I got stuff still coming up on Facebook with Aang, so
right.
It lasts forever.
There we go. Yeah, it's only a few minutes. So I don't even know. I don't even remember what's on here, but present. Let's see. So of course they were the generals, so they're kind of like back then. They changed now like the team logo is more like just a generic general, but they have the Patriots gig. So, which I wasn't as a Giants fan, I wasn't as happy about, but that's all right. Yeah. So.
It looks like the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a Patriot. Yeah, it's basically like the Patriots. It's basically the Patriots. Yep. So I think this is. So these are like 14-year-old or 15-year-old kids.
Ooh, AstroTurf. Yay.
Yeah, they play on the high school field. So that's my son with the interception, pick 6. That was pretty fun. Yep.
Yeah, I bet that was. Yeah.
And this is a pretty good run here. Watch this. And he's actually living with this kid is his number 17 is his roommate now in New York. Yep.
That's too funny. There you go.
So this one here, that's Lance, his roommate.
Oh man.
So there's a picture, like you'll see my family is here on the sideline cheering. I'll go back on.
He had speed.
One.
He had speed.
Oh yeah, he was fast. But see, right, which is funny. So I was on the sidelines, and usually I'm a photographer, amateur wannabe photographer, and I was happened to be in the end zone for this one, which is usually on the sideline. So
Yeah.
because he had scored before, so I stayed on the end zone. But then it's kind of a blurry video.
I always had the biggest problems trying to get where I could get the best angle.
But I got that pic. You know, it blurs when you stop it. But I got the picture of him.
Yeah.
What do you call it when you face mask when you're running back?
Stiff arm.
Stiff arm. Yeah. So I had like a picture of that, and like this is my family here in the back. It's totally blurry. But so I had this picture with him, like right here. There's the photo. It's all blurry there, but everyone was there for the photo. Like it was one of those moments where that's a lot of times with the photography. It's like getting.
Oh man, nice.
You got truck there. Yeah. I don't know what, this is my son here again too. That was nice.
Got out of that. Oh my gosh! Wow.
This is pretty good. Yeah, to get out of that.
Yeah. And hey, Metallica Man XO. Hey, we have Mark's proud dad moments.
I don't know how we started. We were talking about flag football because I'm doing this fundraiser on Friday. So I rewound it too far. I apologize.
That's okay.
But,
although it looked like he was almost about to ease up a little too early there.
Yeah, Lance is fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing that all the time now. People getting run down from behind, or they're dropping the ball before the end zone.
But this was a great run. See, they thought they had him, and then everyone. I think that's one of his better runs, even though he didn't get the whole. Yeah. He didn't get the touchdown.
He held on to the ball too.
He's tough to tackle. Yeah.
Man.
So he ran track in high school, and then in college he tore his ACL, unfortunately, senior year. So that wrecked his football. But then you had COVID anyway, so that screwed everything up.
Yeah,
for all those kids that year. Then they didn't have a high school seat, and they didn't have college or high school that one season yet.
Well, the college they had were like so distant, and that was a big didn't even feel like real football that year. When Central Arkansas was the first game of the year, and those little teams were playing on big networks that never get time of day and haven't since then. It's like, oh my gosh, nice move there.
Yeah, see that was look how fast he goes. Like right, it's a shame he tore his ACL. He accelerates there and takes off. Yeah. Number 3 had no chance. The little kid. Yeah, that's what happens too. You play the big kids versus some kids take off in size. And the league was good. That was the guy stripped the ball. Yeah, this is Pee Wee football. And then the kid tried to hit it out, which was smart too. That was a good play. But you had you had to play a number of plays too. Like you had to play 8 plays. Every kid had to play 8 plays or something like that. So they had to track. Mm-hmm. So everyone got into the game too. And this is great to have this video. I mean, it's not it's not NFL caliber, but you have memories.
Exactly.
Like when I was a kid, I have like none of my games.
But he ran that guy down. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good play. Yeah, they had some of the old time football. It's like, but there's only like 2 minutes or something, or and then the video would end. Like right when they were gonna. You could see all the kids' names, like they turned around and you couldn't read. That was my son there with the catch. It was a nice one.
Nice. Yeah, it is remarkably good for a home movie, but Mark has good cameras and stuff.
I didn't do this. Yeah, this is not. This is they hired someone to.
Yeah. And the good angles. Yeah. Okay, then that's why the good work and the good angles. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up in the stands. I'm on the sideline taking some pictures, but they Yep, that was an easy one, but there's no the funny thing is like we're all trying to figure out who was in this video that we have. Oh, this play. The team is I think this team is winning by like 5, whatever the red team is winning,
right?
And they all just had to like run out the clock. This is like a classic Cowboys thing, and he just passes it. This is his friend Tyler, and like they really didn't have to run any more plays. And he watched this interception. He grabs it, and he runs down the sideline I think there's no time on the clock or something, and he scores a touchdown. Like, I'm sure he'll remember that for the rest of his life. That's
And
my
a kid on the
nephew
floor. Yes, exactly.
They're like the game was, the games the kids would play in the end zone.
Yeah, but at least all I could see with the kid in the end zone
Getting
is
trucked over.
Stanford Man, the saxophone player.
So they ended up winning the game at the end. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's yeah, but it's pretty darn nice to have a video like that, because like one of those old videos that I was looking at, I was like, God, we can't even see like who's in the, like right when the kids were all turning around, and you could see their names, like the tape ran out, the video or the film ran out. Yeah, I was like, oh drat, that stinks. Yeah, actually I should show one of them. That was. If I can find one, let's see. It was after my friend's dad took it, and I found when we moved into the house, I found a box of oh yeah, here it is. Hey, I want to show this, right? I found a box of tapes in the basement.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so I had them digitized. My brother-in-law did digital. Had a company doing conversion, and. So I'll do full screen. This is old. What is it? 16? Well, 8 millimeter, probably 8 millimeter film. I'm guessing. Yep. But yeah, you can see the quality's not bad. But like you're trying to make out the names, like who's number. And Brian, my friend Brian, is like, who's number 15? Who's this? And but you can see how the game. You play on turf. That hurt. You're trying to read.
That's old school football in the dirt fields. Yeah,
in the dirt. Yeah, no passing and.
Still, that's the way. I'm tired of these stupid manicured football fields and all. I miss the dirt, the mud, and all this stuff from the 70s.
Yeah, well, Lenrod, try to get them digitized, because the tapes actually decay a little bit too, or they can lose quality, or so. Make sure you, if you can, get them digital. VHS-C. Yeah, I'm having trouble talking tonight. That would. I don't know. You had that special converter you could put in something. You could put that inside the in the tape, and play it in your VCR. I think there was like a converter for VHS-C, so you could play it. Yeah, so you can barely see the guys' names, right? You're trying to. Oh, there's actually a pass there. Wow. Yeah, so we found some of these tapes in the basement, and able to digitize them. Yep.
These are cool.
I have to put like some football music to it or something, but I should put them on the YouTube channel for the group. Yep. Yeah, dirt football is the way to go, right? Yep. And Lenrod says, I have all the equipment to do it, just got to get around to doing it. Yeah, that's what always happens, right?
Yep.
So I had a slide converter, which doesn't work anymore, or slide scanner, and I did all my dad's slides, and he'd yell at me. I was doing them at work. We had a family business, so it wasn't like he could fire me. Well, I guess he could have, but he stopped doing that. But I'm so glad we have him. So I have all because a lot of his stuff got thrown out, but and the slides are really good quality if you have old slides. But Arabic Sanders here. Hey, welcome to Sunday Night Geekery. Good to see you, Arabic. Yep. But you do it while you can, right? So that machine broke, and I could buy a new one if I wanted to, but it was like a semi-professional one. It could do like 50 slides at once, and you just put it in, and it would do all the slides.
Right.
So that was cool. A lot of fun. Oh, there's poor Sally. Yep. All right. See, this is when they had won. So you see a few names, Riley, yeah, and then boom, it got it's like he just needed I go back to it again, 30 more seconds of tape would have been gold, because this is they won. I forget what it was, but he told me they'd won the championship or whatever it was. It's just 30 more seconds of tape. It's you don't run out of tape these days. They're trying to see this. There's my friend Brian there. Number 50. Oh, he was small.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Names.
that's pretty clear there. Yeah, but then you'd want to see the whole celebration. I guess I could pause. And then that's his dad there, who was the coach.
Yeah. You got a question? When was the 8mm footage filmed?
I think this was probably, I'm guessing, late 70s, early 80s. So it would have been. When did we get to
what
high
age?
school?
What
So
age were you?
This is middle school. So this is
So
like a
probably
junior
about
high school
12,
too, but
13.
it was grade 7. Well, back then it was actually 7, 8th, and 9th. So technically the
Yep.
first year of high school. So this
That
could have
happened
been
to
like
us. Yeah.
freshman football for some of these kids. They don't have the football teams now anymore at the middle school level. They just have it in high school. They used to have a ton of They used to have a hockey team at the middle school, and now
Well, sports is one of those cutback areas too. Some schools down here still have like a JV team.
For like JV football. Yeah. But they have we had actually freshman football. Football's real popular in our town. You'd think we're Texas, but from Texas. But and then one of the moms actually from the football team, they moved to Texas, and she sent me pictures. I'm like, oh, are you in what college stadium is that? And she's like, no, that's just our high school here in Texas. It's like the stadium was probably looked like it was 20,000 people. I don't know what the heck it was, but with huge lights. And there's a big controversy with our high school when they put the lights in. They reached an agreement where they could only use the lights like 10 times a year, and very restrictive, and everyone was. But they kind of agreed to it to appease the neighbor. And I can see, yes, you want to have some, it'd be good neighbors, but like if they were able to use the lights to like 8:00 every night during the winter, you could have played, a lot of games after school, 5:00. And does lights going to bother you at 8:00 at night? I could see, yes, that you don't want like, Friday night lights on, Tuesday night. But then these new lights they don't have the light pollution. I know, but so I'm telling this to my friend who, we were down in Texas for some sports events, and I'm like, oh, this guy, threatened to sue the school, and now we can only play like 10 games a year. And the guy looks at me, he's like, is he still alive?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, try to do that in Texas. Stop Friday night lights.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna happen. So now they're trying to work something out. I think the guy moved finally, or is not around. He kind of organized the neighbors, but you want to have some kind of compromise there too. Yep. And Lenrod says it can be scaled all the way up to 4K. The big issue is focus. Nothing stays in focus with these old films. Yeah, it's like this was actually, these few seconds here were actually pretty good, but it's just nice just to have it too. Like, yeah, it's cool to upscale it, but just to have the damn thing, it's like it's a lot of fun. Yeah. A lot of my mom's vacations watch on the real, the projector. Yeah, those are deteriorated. Yeah, because it's it's like in the attic or it's in the basement. I mean, here we have relatively mild summers compared to you guys. But even it gets in the, if you have got a back box of film in the attic, what does your attic get to in Florida? Probably way over 100.
Oh, well, right? Over 120 maybe. Really, really.
Yeah.
Really crazy high.
Attics are in the attics, right? I mean, you got to have AC, I'm sure, right, in your house.
Oh yeah, you got to.
You have to, right? It's a must, right? There's no like here we're thinking about putting AC in the house. Most people here do have it now, but we're thinking about, we're like, oh, bite the bullet, because you got to take all the window ACs out and it's noisy.
The thing that's good though too is if you have it as you could also have the electric heat too, the heat strips and stuff, so that you don't have to do your radiator boilers and stuff like that. It's all in one system. Yeah, we have a central area in it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, or the heat will do. It'll do both, or you have those split units. It'll do the heat through the split unit. Yeah, but but if you have stuff like comic books, they just completely deteriorate, and anything like film, it's sensitive. So, and that's what happened. You think the VHS is going to last forever? You think I got a lot of DVD. Some of my DVDs rotted and they're shot.
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, Philly's gonna win. Wowzer, sorry JT. 16 to 16.
Actually, they did
wow.
win. Yep, 16-9.
Wow. They go to 8-2, and Detroit goes to 6-4. But they're still in the playoff hunt. But
yeah, at least they're not the Cowboys.
Yeah, and the Chiefs today were. You got to say, I mean, people are sick of them winning, but you know, they keep losing some close games. Yeah, so this is a tough
Well,
win.
speaking of games, I forgot. I even completely forgot the Florida Gators were playing basketball here today. I could have actually gone to watch it, but yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, it's too early for basketball, as we were saying today.
I know.
Football's
I do.
Still full swing. It's
I don't like what college has done, and even the NBA. I mean, they should start later in November. You know, at least the last couple of weeks. This stuff's starting at the beginning of November, and just it's
Didn't
too
they
much.
used to start later?
Yeah, they used to start around Thanksgiving. You know, with the tournaments and all. This way, they're going to have 5 to 8 games under their belt before those Thanksgiving tournaments.
Yeah, and you don't even watch. Like I haven't watched any UConn basketball. I mean, see the scores, but they won yesterday by 2 points. But I'm in football mode right now. So
I agree, and that's what happened. I'm more in football mode, and they just it just slipped up on us. I don't know with that, but hey, at least we won the national title last year. I don't think we're going to do it this year.
Yeah,
we don't have the guard play. We don't have the guard play.
UConn's looking pretty decent, but it's early in the season. The ladies are always really good.
But you all got that crazy coach, though.
Well, Hurley, he just went over the top last couple of years. Yeah,
it's like, man,
he started to tone it down, but you don't want to be the center of attention too, where people, you know, are looking at the coach.
Now, is he Bobby Hurley's brother?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, all right.
The NBA player who got in that real bad car accident, played for Duke, won the national championship with Christian Slater, and really bad car accident. I think got thrown out of his car. Wasn't wearing a seatbelt, unfortunately, because he probably
forgot about him.
He probably wouldn't have been as bad hurt as badly. You never know. You know, wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you got thrown out. So I think that really affected his career because he was a great point guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brian. Yeah, they switched back to 6, 7, 8 now.
Oh, Mark.
Six is here. Wow.
I know. Hey, Six.
Wow, Six. That's so nice.
It's good to see you. I've been trying to reach out.
You don't have to do that.
I've been trying to reach it back out to Six about Fortnite soon. So hey.
Oh yeah, because Six is playing Fortnite. Yeah, let me share my screen so I can show this. Wow, that's super nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me share my screen. Yep. So we got a cute little heart. That's a little doggy, I think, right, Dad, man?
I think that's the Chibu Inu or Chibu Ubu.
Yeah.
If Aang was here, Aang would be able to pronounce it for me. But
yep, that's super nice, Six. Thank you so much. And we got to play some clips. We got to play some clips for that. So let's find some good clips for Six here. Of course, let's see what here we go. I always like this one.
He plays with toys.
It's a model.
With little figures.
I like you a lot.
Let's keep going. That was a big super chat.
Excuse me. That's a bad outfit.
Let me put that. Oh yeah, I wish Streamer would show the super sticker here. Let's do a few more fun ones here.
Superman.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me. Who's got you?
I just love that line. That was so
Who's
good.
got you? Yes.
Who's got you? Yeah.
Hello, computer.
Oh.
Hello, computer. Here, a couple more.
How big is your medical staff?
The medical staff doesn't arrive till Tuesday.
Who they be till now?
Isn't
you
that...
cooperate with us, and maybe we'll cut you in for a piece of the action.
Wow.
That was Cameron. You didn't know Cameron was in that? Let My People Go?
Yeah, the guy from Ferris Bueller, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just noticed. Cameron, I did not realize that. And of course, you got Vic Payback.
Yeah.
Kirk. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and thank you again, Six. Yep, that was very awesome.
Like she said, excellent clips. I love what she said about dog sniffing the heart that ripped out of the enemy.
Hearing the lamentations of the women. I can't do an Arnold accent, even though my dad sounded like Arnold.
It's not a tumor.
I should do a better accent. Yeah,
it's not a tumor.
That was a failed failed attempt. Yep, failed attempt.
That's okay.
Yep.
No, you tried.
I tried. Yep. Usually I get it a little bit better. Yep.
I love that kindergarten cop with him in it.
It's definitely not the tumor.
Get to the chopper. Of course, everybody's favorite one. They love to go on, but
Get to the chopper!
You ask and you shall receive. Yep.
Absolutely.
And Six says, yeah, of course, Star Trek always make me think of Clobby. Yep.
Absolutely.
Always think of Clobby with that. And then some of these clips he asked me to make. So let's go back to that TOS one then. Like he asked me to make. Sorry, Dad, minute. Whenever you switch these scenes, sometimes
that's fine. You do what you got to. I'm just here for my charming good looks and personality. That's okay.
Yeah. Like Mike, he's like, can you make this? Put this together with Wesley in here.
I have had enough of you!
I'm like, sure, I can try to learn Premiere. Yeah.
Nice.
The other one that he asked me to do, well, a lot of them he asked me to do, obviously, but there's the Double Dumbass on You. Where is that? Where's that? Oh, I think that's
Double Dumbass.
Yeah, because I have that on. I have that on here. Yeah, play that one all the time. Because when Kurtwood Smith was on Voyager, he's like, "Can you get him saying?" Because he would always say "dumbass" on that '70s show.
Because he was one of the Klingons, right, on Voyager.
Yeah, and then he played. Yeah, he played. Was it Klingon or Romulan? I'm trying to remember, but yeah.
I remember seeing that, and then I realized, just in the last year, he played the in the last Undiscovered Country. He played like the leader of Earth in that.
Yes, he was. Yes. Yeah.
I'm like
the weird, the crazy beard.
Yeah, the crazy beard, the Kill Bill sensei beard and hair. I'm just like, holy crap! I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, so Clobby asked me to do these for him, so he'll play these both. Yeah.
There's only one thing I want to say to you, Commodore.
You're a dumbass.
And then this one, yeah.
You're a dumbass.
Well, a double dumbass on you.
Man.
So those are classics. Yep. So yeah, thank you to Mike for those great times. Yep. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So put those together. Yep. And I was happy to oblige. Yep. If it bleeds, we can kill it. That's for sure. Yeah. And Arnold found out. I thought Arnold should have died at the end of the Predator. I thought that would have been a really cool way to go out. Right? They don't want to have the star die a lot of time, you know. But and we're getting some shut up Wesley. Oh, colorful metaphors. That's one I should clip that colorful metaphors line too. Yep, that was always a classic with the bus scene on Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. Just such a feel-good movie. And I guess we can talk. Well, we'll talk some movies, but the rumor is that the Kelvin universe is dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing about. Yeah.
Yep. Let me pull up an article on that. And which was total disaster. Unfortunately, I mean, the first movie was successful. You can't say it wasn't successful. So, and then the second movie was just so bad, but it never was real Star Trek. I thought the actors were pretty decent. Just you don't want to see those roles being recast, but what they did with the Enterprise was crazy. They made the Enterprise so massive, but I think here is the article here. Yep. So they're saying that this Kelvin timeline is dead. There's not going to be any more movies in it. They were talking about making another movie with the other cast, and they said nope, they're dead. I mean, I thought Chris Pine is, I don't like the idea of Kirk being recast. But well, hey, Wes Gagel, good to see you.
Wes.
Fun playing Fortnite with you the other night. But it's officially the end of the era for Star Trek's Kelvin timeline, and that's a good thing. Tarantino had been attached to a movie a long time ago, but people pretty much, normies and everyone pretty much enjoyed that first movie. But that second movie, the bait and switch on Khan, and then there was just no gravitas to that death of. Then they had Spock die instead of Kirk. I've only watched that movie twice because I bought tickets opening night, then went again with friends the next day.
Now, help me understand the Kelvin universe is everything Jar Jar Abrams brought in from that first movie after that.
Yep, and of course we'd always mentioned Clobby was credited with coining the name Jar Jar Abrams.
Yes,
he
exactly.
Came up with the amazing names for people, and it got back to him too, I guess. Yeah, so he had talked about that in his show.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, I mean, it got back to J.J. Abrams. Yeah, the Jar Jar.
Oh,
stuff,
that's hilarious.
And then Clobby had a falling out with some people on the Star Trek bulletin boards, and he got banned, and it was
they're lost.
It was bad. So I wasn't involved on the YouTubes back then, and any of that, flame wars or whatever you want to call it. But it got pretty nasty, I guess. So
yeah,
and I wasn't. I was like, I'm like, all right, let's see what they can do. I was open to it. And the idea, didn't murder the canon because it's a separate universe. So Spock is supposed to, what's he supposed to save? Save Romulus, and something goes wrong and Romulus gets destroyed. But then there's time travel and Nero goes to the past with Spock, and then Nero destroys Vulcan. So basically, he sets up a whole new timeline, which is actually, as much as I didn't like it, you could argue that the prime timeline was always here. We don't have Captain Infinity here right now. But, you could say that nothing changed. This was just like a new alternate future, whatever you want. So, it's not changing the past.
Well, some of the earlier movies were not so bad. Like I said, I was okay with the first one, and,
the 2009 one.
Yeah. But it's always okay when it's not your franchise. As I quickly learned with Star Wars when. Anyway, we won't distract from this conversation, but it was like it jumps the shark and becomes something you don't even remember or recognize or anything at some point.
Well, the signs were there in the first movie too.
Mm-hmm.
As you could see that too focused on action and the way they portrayed Kirk as being, too much of a play, but like they went into the tropes. I thought Bruce Greenwood was fantastic as the Admiral. He was probably the best actor, and of course the actors are doing what they've got with the lines.
And that's probably why I liked it so much, because me and Bang Bang Pew Pew and stuff. Yeah. That's part of the problem. It attracted a different audience. But then he goes over and does what he does to Star Wars. I mean, the man that's responsible for the destruction of two great franchises,
Yeah.
But
and then Anton Yelchin tragically was killed. He got crushed to death. I don't want to say the name of the vehicle one of the vehicle. I think I know the vehicle, but I won't say it. But if I get the wrong make right, but wrong. But there was a problem with the parking brake where if you got out of the car wouldn't stay in gear. It would click out. It could click out of gear accidentally into neutral.
Yeah.
And he tried to stop the car, and he got crushed to death. Son of a bitch. And they had it all on camera too. It was hard. They cut it so you don't see how bad it is. But he got crushed to death by by his car, the vehicle. So
great actor though. I mean, he was one of the bright spots, I think, too, with the Scotty character. I mean,
but you do have to if you're going to do that, you have to recast him. You can't not have Chekhov too.
Yeah.
So when we could riff on it the whole time we saw in the theater, we're the only ones there. Yeah. Well,
and I will say, at least in my opinion, and I'm not big with deep into the Star Trek, but just watching it, I thought that for most of the characters they did pretty good with it. I liked Pine as Kirk. I liked Carl Urban as Bones. I mean,
Yep.
And then Scotty here. Now, I'm not so with the Spock or Uhura, but I thought they did a pretty good job. I thought they did better than when they introduced new characters in Star Wars. And I mean, that's the only way I can relate it. I can compare the two
because you're a massive Star Wars fan. I mean, Star Wars inside out. You won Star Wars trivia contest, so
exactly.
Star Wars.
I got a $300 Republic gunship in there. But yeah, it's kind of like the thing is there was more respect for at least they tried. In Star Wars, they went a whole new direction with all new characters, which still failed. Yep. But that's a different issue. But see, even then, Han was not the same character he was. Leia was not the same character where they were.
Never the same. Yeah.
The original characters, and then of course Uncle Jake Skywalker comes in the next movie. We had a whole movie without him, and the next movie is just get off my lawn, old man.
It was horrible. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I know a lot of people here may be more for Trek, but I mean that's the way I have to compare it. Is like I compare the two franchises, and like you said at the beginning, it was not bad. But of course, you guys that are more Star Trek, you would see the signs, like a lot of us saw on The Force Awakens. I know leaving that movie, yeah, it was cool, but I'm like, I was one of the ones like, where's this going to go? It can't be good because we just lost Han Solo. We have not seen Luke Skywalker till the last scene. And
I mean, that's just the worst way to write, to write a movie or do a movie. It just obscene, just totally obscene that what they did to those characters.
Yeah,
I mean, I did really like Spock in this movie. I thought, Spock, it's Nimoy, right? Spock is Spock. But let's say hi to Don down here. He says, "Hope everyone was well before the relaunch of the NBC Sports Network, or NBCSN. I thought NBC Saturday Night Live. Ding! I can't do the chimes, but yeah, I'm hearing the chimes in my head. But they're relaunching it. It's to compete with they had a network before. Or?
Ding, ding, ding. I can't do it right either. The tone's way off. Yeah.
And hail to Wes Cagle, who's got some fighting words for Dad Man. Maul lives in two halves.
Oh, come on, Wes. Don't make me do this on Mark's stream. Do it Wednesday night when we're together.
Right.
See you. Yeah. Oh.
I'm doing no worry about the delay. I'm completely redoing my mock-up cover of the theme from Disney's Recess. Oh, I watched a very Jonas Christmas movie on Disney Plus starring the Jonas Brothers. It's amazing, but it's up to. Is that something new, Donnie?
Yes, I just saw a commercial for it. Yeah,
it's a new one. Yep. I'm a sucker for the Christmas stuff. I have the Scrooge appear in it. That would be even cooler. Scrooge with the Jonas Brothers. That'd be fun. Maybe they did the Jonas Brothers each did one of the Scrooge ghosts. That would be awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the destruction of Vulcan and Romulus ended up as Navarre just gives me a headache. Oh my God, yeah. The hopefully they just get rid of the new Discovery crap too. And they thought they were saving canon by going into the future, but that screwed it up even more because then they said now they've got Starfleet not existing, and they forgot that the Romulans used the black holes to power their warp drive. They didn't use dilithium crystals, so yeah. So. Well, here's, of course, this infamous clip.
Sorry, I ordered mac and cheese on purpose. I'm trying new things because my comfort zone has become uncomfortable. That was disturbingly not delicious.
How could you not like mac and cheese, Tilly? Come on.
I don't know.
Everyone likes mac and cheese.
I don't know whether what was more disturbing is that even mac and cheese was in a Star Trek episode, or the fact she said the line the way she did.
Yeah, that's what got me. It's like I could say, I'm allergic to, of course, 1,000. How many years in the future they are? What? Oh, that's I always forget they're. It's a prequel. There's just going to be a pill for that, or. Think of how much modern medicine has advanced in 100 years. My wife had watched she said it was excellent to watch the Netflix special on President Garfield, the Garfield assassination.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
And actually, he was shot giving a speech by a deranged lunatic. Researched the history on it. It's an interesting story, a tragic story. But actually, the bullet didn't kill him. they think he would have lived if they just left the bullet in, but they kept trying to go in to get the bullet out, and they actually had Thomas, I think it was Thomas Edison, came in with like a primitive X-ray, or I think it was Edison. I'm trying to remember who had the gear, and they were trying to scan to like find the bullet, but they didn't wash or sterilize the instruments back then, so he died from an infection. So
I'd heard about the way it was portrayed. It was like incompetent doctor going in there just reaching around and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say, well, probably misguided, but you're trying to save the president, and you're trying to find the bullet, and you've got, it's stone knives and bearskins, that back then, and now look at the tech today. You've got MRIs, and in probably 100 years or less, you're going to have, Doc McCoy's got that home scanner. You're probably going to be able to go like. Think of it someday if they had like, you go to the doctor, and you just walk through a metal detector, and awesome, Tom is here. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, kids.
Hey, Mark, you got another super chat too, and
thank you. The
Gen X, hey, fly a kite about your Ole Miss. Sorry, I saw that out of the chat too, Jen.
But someday, just to finish my thought real quick. Yeah, you'll have like a metal detector you walk through at your doctor's office, and it'll be like, Mark, lose 30 pounds. No, actually lose 50 pounds. Stop eating so much salty stuff. Here's they won't even have to draw blood probably. They'll be like, they'll be able to scan you and like, you've been eating too much bacon. They'll know everything about you, at some point. So like the ridiculousness of Tilly being overweight or anyone be overweight in the future, that far in the future, it's all gonna be solved. I would think that far. And what do you think, Tom? Right in the Star Trek universe set in the future, I mean, you just take a pill for that, right?
Pretty much, I would think. I mean,
right?
Is there really any? I mean, other than older folks, is there really any fat people on previous Star Treks?
No. Never.
Like only Scotty is the only one I can think of when he gets older in the movies, right? And
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Kirk kind of gets a paunch, but I mean, other than that, I mean, no, it's not like I expect everybody to be beautiful or anything like that. But I mean, a lot of times what would you call it? Other bodied people, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Yep. Dimensionally challenged is my
dimensionally challenged. There you go. Would be like aliens and other people and other things and other races or whatever in the show or whatever. So it's not like they wouldn't be included or anything. But I mean, there's a few characters like what's his face in the original show. That one guy, I just forgot his name. The earring,
Harry Mudd.
Harry Mudd. Yeah, I mean he was
kind of a little heavy, but yeah.
But again, like
he's not in Starfleet either.
It's the problem was you're kind of like picking at fleas at this point when you're talking about because that's the problem. The overall issue with Star Trek is that's just a symptom or just a small piece of the problem. So hopefully with the new regime coming in, things will change, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, yes, it sounds like the movies at least will be a little bit new direction and new voice, and the fact that they're doing it without any Kurtzman involvement so far that we know of, kind of gives me hope that they're at the end of his contract and he's not going to get renewed. This is kind of what we've been told from certain sources, but again, we take a lot of the Star Trek stuff with a grain of salt because, I mean, Kurtzman leaving or JJ leaving was like the old KK before KK was leaving.
Right. We heard that for years, right? Heard that for years, yeah. And Arabic says something, the article makes sense. It should be a series, not movies. Yeah, because unfortunately, Star Wars did really well, so they were making a Phase 2 TV series again. No Leonard Nimoy. They had Zahn as a new Vulcan.
The movie thing might be the only way they can get away from Kurtzman. And we know that JJ's contract is either up or was up or coming up. And that's the whole thing is he had a due date that he had to get a movie in production by. Right. And don't forget Skydance also produced those films. But the fact that they were just like, no, we're just going to let that lie. And he just kind of desperately kept it, every few months, we even kept joking about how, the next time we have one of these announcement videos, we're literally just going to have Andre say, yesterday on March 17th, just re-recorded, just put out the same video every time. And then just director insert new director here. Like throughout the whole video, I'm like, that's what we should do, because that's pretty much what it is at this point. You can just keep recycling it every 4 to 6 months. There's a new announcement of a new Star Trek 4 with a new director, and every time like less and less of the cast was coming back, because that was a bigger issue, was that the way the contracts were structured, everybody involved with the 09 Star Trek cast, they couldn't afford them. Like that's one of the reasons why Star Trek Beyond and Into Darkness cost so much money, because they had contracts similar to what Marvel does. So, you know, they get paid, you know, whatever it was, a million, a couple million, whatever, depending on who it was up front. And for the first movie, or even scale, depending on who it was. And then in the next film, it was probably double that or triple that. So that was what we were hearing, is you get to the point by now with the fourth film, Pine would be getting like $25 million or something like that. And
no way you can afford it then.
Yeah, Quinto, I think, would be getting the same. And then I think Simon Pegg is the same. And then the rest of the cast is a little bit less from that downwards, from my understanding. Carl Urban might be up there too, but yeah, I'm sure he's a little bit below the rest. But like, yeah, I mean, at that point, you're still looking at this astronomical cost just for the cast, right? So they were talking about doing, you know, just a Kirk and Spock movie with Kirk's dad. It'd be like a time travel thing with Thor, you know. So that was one of the options for a while. They even tried desperately with, you know, the Quentin Tarantino thing. And the only reason
Hemsworth,
and the Tarantino thing was just going to be a remake of the episode, the gangster episode. It's my understanding.
Yeah, but piece of the action, I heard it.
Yeah, and that was just because I'm sure you've heard that thing where Tarantino kind of basically confirmed a lot of our reporting on a lot of this stuff. And then where JJ's like, you can do whatever you want. Nobody understands this shit. I don't even understand it. Like, as Tarantino said, he says, so he's like, okay, I'll do whatever I want. He's like, I don't like that, you know, this new Star Trek makes it to where the old show doesn't happen. He's like, fuck that. I don't like that. And he's like, JJ's like, nobody cares. It can happen. You can do whatever you want. just make a part 4, you know. And, you know, that was the only one that really had any real buzz behind it, because everybody's like, huh, I would love to see Samuel Jackson as a Klingon saying,
you mother effer.
I'm so sick of these fucking tribbles on this motherfucking starship.
And the Deadman has a gun to your head, reboot, Bond, or Star Trek. Well, the question is, if I'm in charge, right? I would, reboot. It depends. I guess by reboot you mean Kirk,
Star
Spock,
Trek
McCoy.
doesn't need rebooting. Yeah, I mean,
you could just go to another, do another TNG. It doesn't have to be, you know. I'm not saying that era, but just do right. As Sean was saying last night in Great Admiral Teague show, like do an Enterprise C timeline.
Just go in the future.
Timeline. Yeah. Or it could be like close to the TNG timeline. But yes, go past TNG, or I think that's what most people voted for, was past TNG.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And TNG is kind of the prototype for that, right? TNG did not rely on the original cast. Hell, even the ship was recast, right? Like, it's not even technically the same ship. It's a new class of it. So,
that's the advantage that Trek would have, is that unlike Star Wars, because Star Wars was built with the Skywalker bloodline, which is something I'm still dying on with what Disney did. It's a Skywalker bloodline, not Ray Palpatine and this crap, but at least Trek, you could actually get a new ship and a new timeline, a new universe with new characters, and it would still fit into the Star Trek universe. Whereas Star Wars, in its truest sense, really had to be about Anakin Skywalker and his descendants. And when they... Yeah, sorry, but you have more you can do with Trek than you could Star Wars now at this point.
I agree. I was just going to say, Trek is a lot more lenient on what you can do in the universe than Star Wars is. Like, they're trying with Star Wars. It's like a lot of the crap they're trying to do with Star Wars, sans the woke stuff, is the type of stuff they should be thinking about doing with Trek. And that's why I hadn't seen the latest season of Orville.
Yeah,
but that's why I loved the first season, especially. Was like, I'm watching this going, you know, this is like good old TNG Trek. But the better part of this is you could have done this as kind of like a tongue-in-cheek comedy Star Trek show, where it's basically the lesser, you know, recruits.
Like a Lower Decks kind of
thing.
The
Lower Decks, exactly. And that's what Lower Decks tried to be. But like, at that point, I can't believe they didn't let Seth MacFarlane do something like that. Because it's like, it's literally Star Trek, but we get to see the toilet.
Yeah, and he loves Star Trek. And they did actually get away from the humor there
That's what I
always
heard,
is humor in the
yeah.
episodes, but the first season,
Yeah.
like, it's real heavy on the humor, and then there's practical jokes like Seth. Was it Seth? Not Seth Green. Seth.
MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. But who's the navigator gets his leg cut off?
Green.
Just
It's
singing,
Scott Grimes.
Scott Grimes. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they cut his leg off as a joke and hide his leg. Yeah. Because they're so technically
And that's the kind of thing that
advanced.
could happen in a Star Trek unit. Like that's what I love about
Where's
that.
my
is like,
leg? I want my leg back, you bastard.
like, can you imagine this crew of misfits just constantly mucking around? And that's basically what Orville is. I mean, it might as well have been Star Trek Orville. You know what I mean? It like makes no sense why it wasn't. But that being said, my whole point with that is, yes, you can stretch what you're doing. And we've already had several different kinds of Star Trek shows, right? Like with Deep Space Nine and Enterprise is even kind of a different kind of show. So, yeah.
Could be done, but I guess, and thank you, Deadman, for that and that super chat. And I probably would go with Star Trek because I think Bond is going to, whatever direction they go with Bond, eventually maybe they'll get it right. But Star Trek, I just love Star Trek so much. But I wouldn't want to see the original characters again.
Well, Bond, you have to reboot because he's dead.
You have to be dead. Yeah, the writers don't even know. I was reading an article. They don't know what to do now.
It's easy. You just reboot it in the 60s. We've all been saying it for years. And the fact that they're not hiring Henry Cavill makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
None.
Just
like, why are you going with a young Bond? Like a young Bond.
Stupid.
Bond is supposed to be a weathered, mature, not old, but mature, right?
Yeah.
This makes absolutely no sense. I mean, if anything, they should be doing that Pierce Brosnan knockoff comic book that, who was it? I just forgot who wrote it. Not Chuck Dixon, was it?
Was it Chuck or was it?
Was it Chuck?
It's something he would write.
It's basically it's Pierce Brosnan in the book, right? As this old Bond type guy who's retired, now come out of retirement and he's taking revenge, right? Like, why don't they just option that, make that into a Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan? That'll
Older
buy
Bond,
you a few years to kind of reconfigure everything. Because at this point, you've already blown your load by killing Bond in the last movie. And what better way now is to just bring back an old Bond and kind of do a never say never again, right?
But it would work with, like, people age a lot better, and he looks great for his age, and you can pull it off a little bit better than you could with the never say never. But just, Connery was, worked out and was in good shape, but just that's talking about, how you age. So, in TNG when they had that, God, we all like yelled out when we saw Admiral McCoy walking down the aisle of Enterprise D. I don't want my atoms scrambled, and and then that great little those great lines there they had just to tie the two together. That was just so fantastic.
So they killed Bond off in the last Bond movie?
Yeah, he's blown to smithereens. He's totally blown to smithereens.
Yeah, I actually had that leaked to me early.
What is wrong with these friggin' people? Why do you kill off? Look, I just what's the point? Ever having a 007 movie again? I guess you could replace them like you do other people, but then it's still not James Bond, because it's a new. I don't know. I give
King
up.
Of Spies.
I just give up trying to think this. What they did with Star Wars with them and killing off Han Solo. I mean, they could have done it better than punk ass daddy issue killing off Han Solo. Give him a better glorified exit, and then
I agree.
I just don't get why they
But
are
to me-
so insistent killing off so many characters these days.
Right. Well, I mean, it was going to happen, and I agree with you. It could have been done better. I think the bigger mistake was not letting him kill his mother too in the second film. That was the mistake, because at that point, that would have made more sense story wise. Because then now he's killed both of his parents.
Yep.
Right. And he goes to Snoke, and he's like, "Now I've done it. I've cut all ties with my previous life. I am now, the Sith, right?" And then that's when Sidious is like, "No," or whatever, and he's like, "Fuck you," and then cuts his head off.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean,
and he goes full dark side. Like that would have been like
that was another death in that second movie that was like, what? I mean, he forced it. Snoke didn't see that come. I just like, God, that was. Anyway, but.
Well, it was wasted because it would only made sense had it been, officially, Kylo Ben's turn to the dark side, right? Because he kind of needed that. Like
it would have been, but still, the way they killed Snoke was so just lazy. I mean, that Snoke didn't see him using the
cuts him in half.
Well,
he doesn't
absolutely.
see him using the Force. He couldn't feel him using in the Force while he's talking. It's just like
Well, have you heard my speculation on why that is?
No, I hadn't.
Oh, I've said it up front. Like, this is why I think Rise of Palpatine is basically the world's most expensive Twitter war between directors. Yeah, because you had JJ set it all up, right? Well, what did Ryan do? Because like for years, what were we talking about? Who's Snoke? Who's Snoke? Is he Plagueis? Is he this? Is he that? And then you also had everybody on the other side going, Rey, who is she? Is she a Kenobi? Is she a Skywalker? Did they hide her? Because of Ben turning to the dark side, what's going on? We're all speculating for years. And what supports this is you have that picture of Rian Johnson out there with that sticker that says your Snoke theory sucks.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, how does somebody like Rian Johnson, who's all about subverting expectations, right? How does he make everybody's Snoke and Rey theory bullshit by making them absolutely nobodies and nothings?
Right.
That's how he does it. Yeah. So then you got a very select few who are like, oh, I think Rey's nobody special. Like that was 5% of the people, maybe. And then Snoke, everybody thought Snoke was Plagueis. Like that was like 80 to 90% of the people. Like that's got to be Plagueis, right? Like nothing else makes sense.
It's the bad guy they picked for the movie. It's the bad guy they picked in the first one, and then you kill him off in the second. Like you said, it was a war between directors because then you get Palpatine brought back.
Yeah.
For the third one,
basically filling in for Plagueis, basically. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, which could have been done if you're a fan of the EU, because there was the time with the Emperor's clone bodies, but in this case, you basically had pissed on all the old stuff anyway. Said we don't have source material. Told the EU to take a flying flip, and then you resort to bringing in something for nostalgia, I guess.
The mistake was killing Kylo Ben, right? Like because at that moment. When he died, that's when the Skywalker bloodline passed, right? So that's why, So that's why everybody has a problem with that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's saying it's a good movie, but
the focus should have been to him at that point to move forward, not Rey, because it
should have been her bringing him back to the light side, exactly.
Right, and you focus on the Skywalker bloodline, which is what Lucas. I mean, the whole thing.
Which makes sense why you make her a nobody, so then those two can get together and have babies. Yep. I hate to say the Reylos were right, but they kind of were right in this situation.
Well, right, it'd be Han and Leia again. It'd be Han and Leia that had their.
Well, you need some romance in movies. Star Wars, Star Wars
true
is
love
a fairy
brings
tale.
you back from the dark side. Yeah,
I don't know. I had a 2-year-old kid, 2.5-year-old daughter that went to me with Attack of the Clones twice. In the theater, and that was a long movie. The second time, the kids looked at me and said, "Daddy, when are they going to quit the romancing? Get back to fight."
Put the romance in the stone.
Well, Star Wars was like, and that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I get what George Lucas says when he says it's like made for 10-year-old boys, right? Like, I mean, he doesn't mean that literally. He means that in a sense of like everything is very surface level. Like even the romance between Han and Leia. As much as everybody likes to romanticize it, for lack of a better term, if you look at it in the movie, two movies proper, it's barely a thing outside of Empire. And in Empire, it's just a lot of tit for tat back and forth, more so like him picking on her through almost like, because that's obviously his way of flirting or whatever it is. But at that point, it's at least coming off humorous, right? Kind of like it almost feels like the Princess Bride, right? Like we're Fred Savage. We're like, oh no, they're gonna start kissing again.
You wish.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of that in it. Exactly.
Yeah. But
So that my point is that you only have that subtle level of romance that only so much of the 10-year-old boys before they start rolling their eyes and go, oh, gross.
Skip the kissing part.
Yeah, there's enough of this. Let's move on to fighting. Yeah.
But originally, because there was a love triangle there, and then they didn't know. I mean, I found this out later.
Yeah,
they didn't know that they didn't. Lucas hadn't said that Luke and Leia were brother and sister. And I think it works really well if they had known that and changed some of those scenes in Empire.
Did you know that? That was what they were setting up. Is Luke had a different sibling.
Okay, so it was going to be like a brother or something, or was it
something along those lines? Another brother or sister that wasn't Leia, and then they dropped that idea.
Because you always knew it was twins from the start, right? You always knew there were twins.
No, well, he didn't quite. He never really implied that. because you get through Empire, and Empire, they're still only brother and sister. And they toyed with the idea of him having, and that's where Yoda goes, no, there's another. So he was supposed to have, there was supposed to be another Skywalker out there, I guess was the implication. But by the time they got to the third film, they're like, that's just too much to introduce a new character like that's that important.
Totally new character, yeah.
Yeah, we need to let Luke shine, because initially Luke was supposed to die or something like that. And then this was the what's his face? Jeffrey not Katzenberg, the guy who made Silverado and wrote Indiana Jones. What's his name?
Oh,
his son wrote the fucking
Kasdan?
sequel.
Lawrence
Kasdan.
Kasdan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasdan was like, everybody needs to die. People need to die. You know, he just kept wanting to kill people. And Lucas is like, you can't kill people, then I can't make figures of them. It's like, this is an actual conversation. I'm not making this shit up. And
he's not wrong.
One person that did want was Harrison Ford. He wanted Han Solo
He
forever.
to be killed
and they almost let him have his wish, but George talked him out of it, and I think it's because he gave him a nice bump on both figures and he got paid a lot for the third film, because he's the only one who didn't have a contract. See, that's the thing is most people don't realize is he's the only one who wasn't contracted for the second and third film. So that's why he kept saying, "Kill me off, kill me off,
kill
me
off."
Die." You know, like, and that's why he was left in
this.
carbonite at the end of Empire, because and that was specifically in case they couldn't get him back.
They could
he was going to stay encased in carbonite.
Yeah. And hail to Joe Doug. He says, "What's up? Everything sucks now." Well, not your Avatar.
So so George tells
awesome,
the story. I can't remember where it is. It might be in From Empire to Jedi or one of those documentaries. But he's literally talking about the moment where he decided to make them brother and sister. And that's where I love his revisionist history, because the proof is out there when he tells you the original versions, right? And he's like, I was writing the throne room scene, and I got Luke and Vader fighting, and I had Luke in a corner, and I couldn't get him to fight, because he's like, I won't fight you. And
how do I get
I
had to fight?
I had to think of some motivation. So I was like, well, what if I make Leia the sister, and then he threatens to turn the sister to the dark side? There I go. And he retroactively went back and wrote it into the rest of the story, basically. So I guess that was the impetus for it, or what have you. And it was already kind of set up that way, so it just kind of worked. But otherwise, the only part of them being twins or brother or another sister or something like that was just Yoda's little, no, there is another. And it just fits that you can say, oh, it was Leia. Yeah. But no, it's all made up, and I love that final fight because.
Oh, when that one moment when Vader says, your thoughts betray you.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about that fight, and most people don't think about it, and I don't even know if George realized this when he was writing it, or whoever wrote it with George, because usually he'd just dictate and somebody else would do the work. But if you think about that fight, why is Vader even fighting Luke? He literally stops Luke from killing the Emperor, which is exactly what he wanted Luke to do.
Strike him down. You'll be
exactly. So you stop and think about it for a moment. He's like, I'm going, wait a minute. I'm watching this movie 5-6 years ago when I realized this, and I'm like, you could kind of. I don't think George intended this, but in a way, this is kind of Darth Vader fighting for his son's soul. He's literally fighting for it. Like, he's fighting his son because he knows if he kills the Emperor, that's it.
Yeah.
And so what does Vader eventually do? Vader's the one who kills the Emperor, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like this whole tug of war obviously going on inside Vader. And I don't even know if George was aware of this or whoever was writing it at the time. I think they were just scrambling to write a finale. But if you kind of look at it, it's one of the reasons why, because I never really liked Jedi all that much. But now watching that scene, thinking of it that way, it's like, oh, that kind of raises it a little higher now. Because if you kind of think about it, it does kind of make sense.
That would always made it for me too. That at one point he said where he's gonna go after Leia, and that's when the music amps up and Luke goes nuts, and then he's really into the fight, and that's when he wins. Now, Claudia was not a fan of Empire, but Jedi, but he
well, most of the old
grew to like it later. Yeah. I was young enough where I was young enough where I didn't see those. I was just so thrilled.
Well, the problem is,
I do apologize to everyone that we cut on the line in Stanford in the movie theater. Mr. Sanovic rolled up into the back, and he's like, "Just jump on the line here." There was an opening, and we cut 200 people. I still feel guilty about that, but we got in. It wasn't him; it was Mr. Sanovic doing that. So,
well, the problem with Jedi is it's 2 or 3 different movies in one, and it's way too much. You go from the most darkest one of the series to the lightest one of the series. It's even lighter than the first one in some ways. Sans that final fight. So like, yeah, that final fight really brings that movie up a lot. Because I mean, as much fun as the Jabba the Hutt scene is, you're literally wasting almost half the movie just saving one character.
I love that opening makes the whole movie for me, with Luke coming in as the badass.
Oh no, everybody loves it, but it's almost like a completely different movie. It doesn't forward
the plot. It doesn't really forward the plot of them getting Han back. Yeah, but it's
they
showing
don't really
you
need Han after that. That's the problem.
Because Luke is so kick-ass. Luke is risen above everyone. But you do see how powerful Luke has become. I mean, you could have shortened that scene up, but God, that scene was. I just love that freaking scene. God, it's just.
Well, that's just George being George, right? Like that was him just self-indulging himself at that point. And I wish he would have left it alone. So it's like you already self-indulged enough, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't get any more indulgent than you already did, and then you turn around and do the Jedi rocks crap. So that's why I'm hoping that the rumors are true that we're getting an actual 4K release of the trilogy next year. That would be nice.
The original trilogy, without the crap in it. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Keep hearing that. Yeah, that rumor keeps getting stronger.
I've actually seen some clips out there, and I don't think they're fake.
Yeah,
because they are from the 6K scan, so I think Disney is doing it. I think they legally can now, and it makes sense maybe because I think there was probably a moratorium that they couldn't.
With George,
and then all of a sudden George is saying. Yeah, and now all of a sudden George is saying, like, I don't have anything to do with Star Wars anymore, and I don't give a shit what they do, basically, in so many words. So
and hail to just another red shirt. He says, did someone say Pierce Brosnan Bond sequel?
We'll get into that.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, swing back around to that. But, like, and I think that's where it's his way of saying, I'm done with this shit. They can do whatever they want
now.
They
effed it up now.
Well, no, meaning they can take it back to the original style, because that was one thing he didn't want to do, right? Like, that was I'm sure one of his stipulations. And I always thought, and I never had anybody tell me this, but I was just figuring, I'm sure it's baked into the contract that they either have to wait till after he's dead or a certain amount of years. Yeah, exactly. Because as far as he's concerned, those special editions are his final editions.
Because you're leaving money on the table, like massive amounts of money, because everyone would effing buy that. And you'd have both, right? Like, tonight I'm going to watch, the original version, or maybe I want to watch the souped up special effects.
That's the one thing I can give Ridley Scott, right? Because y'all know my heart on against him.
Yeah.
At least he gives you all 5 versions of Blade Runner.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
But, so I just loved it. And some of the special editions, too, they're kind of like the despecialized. There's all, the fan-based ones. And there's some that, like, keep some of the special effects, because not all of them are bad. It's just they go over the top. It's like a kid with a new toy. And they just,
I'm just dead against it, though.
I don't mind it as an alternative version, as long as you have the original. It's like Star Trek. You can watch the original. Yes. I can go to the original effects, or I can go to the new one, and then like somewhere in between too, where so you're cleaning up the special effects are so good too. Back then, when you got in the movie,
that's what
theater,
I mean. They're Oscar-nominated special effects, I think, in all 3 films. So like, why would you futz with that? Like, I mean, you wear that as a badge of honor, and I mean, Star Wars was already leaps and bounds ahead of everything else with special effects. They could have re-released that for the 20th anniversary and just added deleted scenes, and that's what I thought he was going to do. That's why I was kind of let down by it. I'm like, what is this?
And then and thank you, Jonathan Conroy says, smash the like button and enjoy the show. Thank you. And when I was like an 8-year-old kid in the movie theater, when that that opening scene where the freighter comes in, and then you think, and there's another bigger ship there. And the sound in the movie theater, I've only been to like 3 or 4 movies at that time, probably Disney movies. I mean, just like I was on cloud 9 for the week. I'm like, I got to see Star Wars this week, and everyone else is a loser. Of course, probably everyone else had already seen it. I think we saw it later. But I mean, you felt something special as a kid seeing that movie. Like you were a better person because you'd seen Star Wars, and it
felt like an adult movie made for kids.
Yep.
See, and that's why it felt so cool. It felt like you were seeing something you weren't supposed to see, but you knew it was safe.
And you know what's interesting about that? Because it's the only movie I ever saw in a theater with both my parents and my grandparents.
Oh, nice.
All of us were there together from young to old, and it wasn't over the top. It wasn't looked down. like nowadays, going to a movie with those three generations could be like very problematic depending on subject matter and stuff like that. But you're right. It was, I mean, that's one of the greatest memories I have is from going to see it with all of them. And my grandmother was overly religious, almost neurotic in some ways with all this stuff, but she didn't have a problem with it. My granddad didn't have a problem.
Well, the Force almost works like a religion in a way, but not a bad way,
but
right?
she didn't. Listen, she flipped out at the word of sticks with the word savior in it once.
Oh wow!
So yeah, but actually it was not badness, and they always knew I liked Star Wars. Grew up with Star Wars, and it was really, really a great thing. But I mean, to your point though, it's like a kid's. You know, it's made for everybody. I mean, you know, you still had the shooting, and you knew the stormtroopers are dying. You know, falling off the different things and stuff. But it's like, okay, big deal. We moved it. You know, we grew up in that generation with Westerns and stuff like that. It's, you know, we didn't have to be traumatized and all, but it was like, you didn't, that was one thing when I compared it to like Rogue One, just the graphic violence and the intensity of it. As an adult, I can deal with that a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it would have never been flown as a kid back then because it was just too realistic in the feeling of. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. I thought it was a good change.
Well,
but it would not have been like the original Star Wars, you know, because it was.
The problem we have is that the problem with Rogue One is a good example, right? Because instead of Rogue One being its own thing, like something that was inspired by Star Wars. Right, instead of it being the next generation being inspired by it, because that's what people forget about Star Wars and a lot of those IPs that we still see sequels to this day. And this kind of goes to our bigger conversation: is that Star Wars and Indiana Jones, especially, fits the category of everything you just said as well. And the reason they work is because they're not a remake of something we've seen before. And this is where I feel like Star Wars wouldn't have been a hit had George Lucas got the rights to Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon. You know what I mean?
Buck Rogers. Yeah, I love Buck Rogers.
But the point is, and that's why I don't think Flash Gordon worked as well as Star Wars did at the time, because it didn't matter. Kids didn't care about that. What they cared about was Star Wars was cool. Right? And they didn't know that George was just remaking the old Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon serials from when he was a kid. Right? They didn't know
what
that.
My dad said when he saw it. My dad actually ended up loving it.
Your dad did, exactly. And that's why he gravitated towards it. Exactly.
He was born in 1930, so he's, what is he there, 47 years old? And he's like, oh, this reminded me of being in the, that's why Indiana Jones was his favorite.
And that's what I mean. Instead of it being an exact ripoff of one of those things, it was like, oh, this is reminiscent of those things, but it's more modern, more adult. And that's where I think Hollywood fucked up on a lot of this shit recently. It's like, instead of trying to remake and reboot all these things, make something like it. That's why I know this is an oddball, but that's why I think Terrifier worked so fucking well with the audience. You want to know why? Because it's basically a Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween ripoff. But it's made now, right? With modern sensibilities, with modern effects and modern technology, because they made it for next to nothing, with digital cameras and all that kind of stuff. And the guy who made it's a special effects guy. So like they made it for next to nothing. And these movies made a shit ton of money. And the reason why I ended up finally watching, because at first I'm like, I'm not into this gore porn shit. But I finally watched them, and especially the first two, I was like, you know what? The reason these work is that they are paying homage to those other films without trying to rip them off, verbatim. Yeah. Like Star Wars did. Right? Like Star Wars was just a generic serial. Like it was just like any of those other serials. Same thing with Indiana Jones. And that's why that shit worked.
Yeah.
And that's why so many different generations were able to gravitate towards it, because it wasn't shitting on something that was your father's. It was just emulating it and paying homage to it, which is a lot better, right? Because then you can say, oh, I recognize that, but it's not destroying anything I loved in the past. While the modern kids are like, this is cool. Right, this is unlike anything I've seen before. Well, yeah, because you didn't sit and watch your dad's old serials,
Yeah, but that's what my dad would go spend all day Saturday as a young kid, in the movie theater. He said they would, sneak in. I guess the owners probably didn't care that much. The kids paid once, and they would go in, stay in the movie. But like they played these movie serials, and that's what he said Indiana Jones reminded him of, because you didn't have, it was like watching TV back. They didn't have TV at home. Think of it. And my dad was old enough that he had to go, complain about like turning the heat down at night. He's like, when I was a kid, I I had to go in the basement and get coal and bring it up into the apartment to shovel coal. Like, what the? How do you answer that when your dad is telling you had to shovel coal in the morning to put the furnace on? Anyone have a good comeback for that? No. So, and then, but he said that's what it reminded of it. So they would spend like the whole day in the movie theater watching these.
Well, and I'm sure that's also the only day that your parents got away from you, so
right?
they could have some sex.
Right? Go to the movie theater, yeah. Stay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why that was so popular. I mean, but yeah, it was kind of the beginning of what became Saturday morning cartoons, right? I mean, it just replaced that when they finally said, well, we could take this block on Saturday mornings, like the time that kids would normally go to the theater.
That became Saturday morning cartoons, yeah.
Well, and a lot of those things kind of transferred over there anyway, right? Like they started using a lot of the old, Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes shorts and the Three Stooges shorts and stuff like that were a lot of early television stuff. So, I mean, it was all kind of the same, and they used a lot of the same kind of concepts for a lot of those earlier shows, too. I mean, they really do seem a lot like, the gradual revolution happened, but by the time you get to the 80s, we're watching literal half-hour commercials, but they were kick-ass commercials.
They were fun, though, yeah. I was thinking that today, when did Saturday morning cartoons end?
It ended,
slowly,
there is an
probably,
actual
right?
date. Like they technically, I think there was one network that was still showing them. I'm trying to remember which one it was. And I believe it was sometime in early 2000s. I want to say, somebody in the chat might be able to know or look it up and Google it quicker than I would. But it's like, yeah, it was like sometime in the early 2000s. One of the networks still showed a few things in Saturday mornings. But then they just up and quit because they no longer, I think because the whole reason is, for those who don't know, the reason Saturday morning cartoons started was because they were regulated that they had to have X amount of programming each week for children.
And it had to be educational too, right?
And it had to be somewhat educational or whatever, but also just blocked aside for kids. And I mean, yeah, they had like Howdy Doody and some other stuff during the morning times in the week, but otherwise, the only time kids had anything to watch was Saturday mornings at first.
Well, even then, they had stuff like Battle of the Planets that was westernized from Japan, and I just learned in the last few years what they just had to do to change it to get it shown over here. How we ended up with Seven Zark 7 and stuff about Zoltar and stuff like that. That was like never. I'm
going to exercise my superpower because you just mentioned Battle of the Planets, so I think Six had mentioned this too. So hold on. Try to see if I can.
Six is in the chat?
Reach stuff. Six was earlier. Gave me a nice super chat. So you mentioned. I
didn't even know.
You mentioned Battle of the Planets. Yep. So
yes.
His name wrong, but
Mark.
There's G-Force. Yep. And I got this for the
better than G-Spot. Where's G-Spot?
Yeah. I got this. He's with the dog. I got this for the outrageous price of $7. So, so I have Mark there. Yeah, they're great figures. I should have completed. I only think I have 2 of them, and then the other one, of course, I have them and grab. I've got Mr. Dimensionally Challenged. Grab Tiny here, so he's on my wall. So here's Tiny. So these are really good figures too. They're well done. They got the ship there, but of course, could you imagine having a character that's fat and calling him Tiny these days, right? So that's they had 6. I think there were 6 figures. Yeah, there's Zoltar there, Jason and Tiny. Yeah. God, I wish I'd bought more. I'm at $7.
Man, that's nice though. Good deal.
It was a very good deal. Very good deal. Yeah. So. Yeah, it was originally $10.99, lowered to $7. Yep.
That works.
Yeah. But we loved that show as a kid. Yeah, that was a fun.
What's sad is with inflation, that's probably cheaper than what the toy was originally.
Probably, right? Yeah. But no,
it's funny how a lot of that stuff from when we were kids, it's like, oh, we thought this stuff was going to be worth so much money. Then you go on eBay now and you get fucking depressed because you're just like,
yeah. But the kids love Rebel Moon, Stephen Mack. Yeah, right.
Well, Ninja Turtles is a great example, right? Because you can actually probably build most of an original collection a hell of a lot cheaper if you want loose figures than it is buying some of the newer, NECA or.
Just go back and just buy the original loose.
Yeah, exactly. Because this one here, I got this is like a $40, $50, $60 somewhere in there fucking. Figure set,
brand new, right? Brand new, yeah.
Yeah, and so then like for $5 a piece, I could get these old Playmate versions of these open on eBay.
Are they better? Are they better figures or about?
Oh
the
yeah,
same?
I mean they're more articulate and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, if somebody really wanted to, like, the OG stuff is not worth all that much. And yes, if you can get it in the package, most of the time it's worth a little bit more. But it all depends on what it is. Like, we were looking up Batman figures the other day, and we couldn't. Like, I'm actually kind of impressed that they're not going for more, like the original '89 Batman figures, because like I remember.
I got another one on the wall. There we go.
Do you have them there?
Talking. Of course, I have my '89
Batman. Yeah. I mean, like, I thought they'd be worth more, but they're selling for like $30-40 in the card. I'm like, well, the Joker's got to be more. No, not really, because I'm like, I remember when they came out, like, you couldn't get your hands on the Joker. Like, I think everybody got Bob just because they couldn't give Bob away. Yeah.
You're telling me he's not worth $1 million?
This one, the Joker's, I think, worth the most because he was harder to come by, I think.
With the squirting,
that's still in the
squirting Joker too. Squirting Orchid, yep. And it's in pretty good shape too. What did I pay? I paid $10.
Oh, that is in pretty damn good shape.
This one's in good shape, yep. And then this is these are the toys that were.
Be careful with it.
The Batmobile. I have the Batmobile, the Batwing. Or in my basement, damn glare here. Yeah, and it just started with these 3 figures. Yeah, it was just Bob the Goon, Batman, and Joker. And let me grab Batman. I think this is a later one that I have on
the wall. And just
if they had those golden, if they had the golden things on them, that's the first run.
So this, I don't know if this is a later.
Oh, that's a later one. That's for Batman Returns.
This is a later one. Yeah, that's Batman Returns. And he kept falling off my damn wall. So I had him on the shelf, and you can't really see it.
I loved that figure as a kid. I don't care. That was like my favorite Batman. Yeah.
This is a cool ass figure. Yeah, with the quick change Batman to Bruce Wayne. Really great figure. So, and I have some of these open.
It's 2 figures in one.
Yeah. Right. So quick change, yep, and Keaton was just so good as Batman. It's like, oh god, he was great, yeah. And of course I have my here I got to show this now.
Well, Dadman's got to leave us, but I don't know if he had anything else to say about Bond. But
nah, I'm pretty much good. I was looking for a natural changing out point, but Mark's on the toys now.
Yeah, all right, get out of here, Dad.
It goes out the window when I show up. Yeah.
No, it's okay. No, Mark and I were talking about at 12:30, and Mark's past 12:30 now.
Well, let's go to 1, I guess now. Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good night.
See,
I'm Batman.
Take care, sir.
All right, y'all have a good evening. Great talking to you again,
Cowboys.
Mark and Tom. Yeah.
Go Florida.
Okay, bye.
I remember you could buy those from like Warner Brothers. Well, that's the video display one, but you could buy like the full-sized one from the Warner Brothers catalog.
Yeah, the standard.
I had the 1989 Warner Brothers catalog.
Oh, you could. How much
Call
was
this
it?
number now and order away.
Like $20
or
something.
Like I think something like that. I think 1999.
Yeah.
Shipping.
No, it's. But my mom was in the video store.
It might not even have been that much because this is 89, right?
Yeah.
So 1990, 89, somewhere in there. So.
Yep. Oh, I got to catch up to the chat, but hail, we got a lot of people rolling in. Davina, hail to Davina. And if I'm putting your chat up, that's kind of like hello. And Tim Hayes is here. I'm trying to see some of the Darren, some of the new people that rolled in, and of course, Red Shirt Canadian Spider-Man and Keely Chow. But yeah, my mom was really nice, and she asked the guy, "Can I have that for my son?" You know, like, and of course, 89. I'm a grown adult.
This is a priceless Bat figure.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Batam.
Made by the great who made the Andy Masterson.
Andy,
yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
His foot's turned around the other way, but yeah.
Yeah, don't break his leg. Yep.
Oh shit. Yeah. What is going on here? I have the gray outfit. See?
Yeah.
The gray outfit.
Are you gonna go see the
gray and black?
Batman? You're gonna go see the new Batman movie with the sparkly Batman if they make a part 2?
No.
Why not?
I don't have 3 fucking hours for more of that shit. It's the same movie we've seen like 4 times already.
But didn't you
I don't
like
know why
Catwoman?
Everybody's like, "Oh, that's so cool."
You didn't like Catwoman?
No, worst Catwoman ever.
You didn't like her mask?
I mean, it's
Come on.
like one of the Cosby kids is Catwoman. What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
Maybe
I thought
you
she
get
was
that
pretty
reference.
cute. Yeah.
I mean, she's fine, I guess, but the suit sucked. It was
suit
almost
sucked,
worse than Anne Hathaway's, which had to be the worst one yet.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't.
We
get
all know
past
Michelle
Steve-
Pfeiffer's is the best. Spot on, beautiful. The leather.
with the whip.
The bat suit is getting tight.
That suit is expanding. You better put on the. You better get the bat shield.
Oh gosh, I forgot the bat condoms.
You should be prepared like a Boy Scout, right?
I'm gonna go to the cat cave. I need to go back to the bat cave. Oh shit!
Right. Oh, the bat time is awesome. That's so much fun. By
I'll do that
the
all
great
night.
Andy Masterson. Yeah. But no, I did like the Batman, and Steve Mitchum does, but I don't think anyone else, not that many other people did. My wife actually liked it. We watched it like 3 weeks ago. So we watched The Penguin, and the whole time I'm watching The Penguin, I'm thinking it's a prequel to the Batman, not realizing it's a sequel to the end.
Oh,
which really didn't matter that much. But
I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if I ever will. But
it's really good. He's amazing as Penguin, and then. I'm like, you know who that is, right? She's like, no, that can't. What's his Daredevil? Or who played the Penguin in the fat suit? Who's the actor?
Oh,
The
Danny
Irish guy.
DeVito, yeah.
No, the in the new TV show.
Oh,
yeah, what's
Colin Hanks or Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell, yeah,
Not Hanks, Jesus.
Yeah. But he's freaking amazing. The acting is really good. It's basically almost like a Sopranos show.
Yeah,
this is the kind of way that I think of it. But the whole time I'm thinking it's a prequel. But then it's actually leads right after the event. You watch the Batman, that segues in when the neighborhood is destroyed. But it's really really good. So I'm like, Maureen, you have to watch the Batman with me. I'm not going to watch that. And then she actually really ended up liking it. She doesn't know superheroes, or she just puts up with living with a wannabe superhero.
Well, I mean, superheroes are kind of part of what we were talking about before in a way, because they were also part of the original serials too. It just took, many years for Hollywood to catch on, and then they just relied on it too much.
Yep. And then anything you go to the well too much and it cycles out, right? You had horrors kind of cycle back in the 70s. Probably horror was
Horror's
extremely
never
popular.
actually left. It's just the only time people notice it is when everything else is doing so shitty, or you get like something that happens to actually just blow up, like Scream, or when Halloween 2018 came out.
Yeah. But and as you were mentioning, Terrifier, that's a huge hit for low budget.
Well, that's what I mean. Like horror is always like the most reliable, because they have the most fervent audience, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but they have the most loyal audience. Like they'll show up for just about anything, and I'm one of them. So I mean, I'll even admit that. Like, I mean, I hate like the last few Scream movies, but I'll be there to see Scream 7.
You're gonna go see it, right? Doesn't matter, right?
It's part of the game, right? Like, and is there a lot of really shitty horror movies? Absolutely. Like, I've fallen off of horror over the last few years, but horror does have its cycles on top of that. You're not wrong. Like, I mean, in one respect, it does go through certain cycles. I mean, first of all, you have like your zombie cycle, your vampire cycle, stuff like that.
Werewolf
but then you also have where the cycles where it'll just be shit, or you'll have the slasher cycle will take back over again, or you'll have like the possession cycle, like after The Exorcist was big, and then in the what was it, mid to late 90s, we had another exorcism type
and then you had the
boom,
Conjuring
and then
came
just
back
recently too.
Yeah, Conjuring came back. So it does kind of cycle what's popular, but I guess you're right. Yeah, horror never really totally falls out.
No, it just has different cycles, kind of like a werewolf cycle of the moon thing in a way.
Right. Well, this movie was hysterical that I watched. I found. I'm just checking to make sure the pictures are all PG. Let me put this. This is hysterical. We got to do this on Toxic Tuesday, maybe next Halloween or something.
I don't know what this is.
This is Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
Oh, Jesus.
This movie is freaking hysterical. No, I mean, maybe it's a terrible
That looks
movie.
like something Mad Mardigan would have watched.
Yeah. And I'm going into it, I'm like, this is gonna really stink. This is and Hail to Kal-El. This is gonna be a terrible, terrible movie. And God, it's freaking funny. So he's trying to get laid, of course, the whole time, and it looks cheap. He's fighting. Yeah. Oh, it's cheap. It's cheap, but it's fun. And the suit's
almost
not
looks like
that
a
bad
porn.
anywhere. It did. That's why I was checking to make sure that there is some.
Oh, it is a
topless.
softcore. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, it's there's it's not
Boobies.
There's some boobies in it. Yeah, but that's what you got in the 80s, right? You always
Nice
got that in
werewolf
your horror
mask there.
Yeah. So he gets like it's a curse, and they treat it like a curse too. And he's trying to make a deal with the devil so he can, Bubba's own, so he can, become human again because he's trying to get laid and he can't get laid. So.
Oh, Jesus.
It's cheesy, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. And yeah, you're not going in like, oh, this is going to be great with, I can't wait for, next Tron movie or some, hype over, it's just a fun, he kind of looks like Teen Wolf there.
I was just going to say, that looks like a shot right out of Teen Wolf. Yeah.
He wants to, like, his hair, he doesn't want to be bald anymore. And he's like, oh my God, But then being a werewolf does have certain advantages, he finds out too. So, but it's a freaking hysterical. I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah. So they find out let's just say he's got a lot of stamina right now. She was happy, right? Yeah. But it's good-natured werewolf fun. The guy that plays the devil was funny too in the town, and it's just a stupid. But like you said, like I'm just gonna have fun for the next hour and a half, right? Watch Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. I'm like this can't be good. There's no way this could be any good, and it's I give it two big thumbs up. But yeah, it's a fun movie, and it gets the spoiler. Yeah, it gets the girl in the end. But you're right. Yeah, these are kind of like, this is a cheap movie, shot on, digital cameras there, as you can see. But it's just a lot cheaper to make stuff because of that now too. So, it was.
Well, that's
fun.
no different than the old 16 millimeter type movies they used to make back in the day for the drive-ins and such.
Right. But we just get better. You get better quality. Yeah. So the devil's meeting with everyone in town and granting them wishes, and they for their souls, and things are going. Yeah. So it's an old movie now. Well, relatively old. Yeah. 2016, I guess. Yeah. So. Yeah. So
almost 10 years old now.
Yeah, that's damn old now. Yeah. Bubba the Redneck Werewolf.
Hey. Maybe I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, that's what you just want to be entertained. Like the new Tron movie was just so.
Did you go see that?
So boring. Well, I found a way to see it. Let's just say.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to talk about it, but yeah, it was just by the numbers, right? There was nothing interesting in it. It was just, hey, this is just do something really basic and nothing groundbreaking. And I can't remember now. You saw it, right? Or you didn't see it?
No, I didn't go see Tron 3. I was gonna, but I changed my mind. I did see Being Eddie, though, as mentioned here.
Oh, you did see that? Yeah.
That's an Eddie Murphy one. It was all right. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. It was a lot of stroking Eddie's ego himself, stroking his own ego. I would have liked it more. I like that it, okay, I'm of two minds on it. I almost wish there was twice as much of everybody else talking about Eddie, but I love that there's a lot of him talking because he doesn't do a lot of interviews. So it's kind of a mixed bag in that respect. Because, me personally, as a big Eddie Murphy fan, I know 99% of this shit. Like, there isn't much that this documentary told me.
Nothing groundbreaking.
Yeah, nothing super groundbreaking. A few things here and there, but nothing extreme. But on the other side of it, they skip over a lot of major parts of his career. Some of it is just Eddie making excuses for the choices he made, which we all kind of figured, he just wanted to expand his horizons or whatever. He does show some of his... we all knew that he left the Oscars not because he had a sick kid, and he doesn't say it here, but it's pretty obvious because he's like, he starts bitching about awards and like, why are they going to nominate me and I'm going to show up and then I'm not even going to win. Like,
yeah.
Because I mean, that was him obviously referring to the Oscars because
yeah, a comedy.
That
yeah,
night, everybody was
right?
like, he was like, I'm not showing up. And then everybody's like, no, Eddie, you got to show up. You got to show up. Everybody thinks you're going to win. Everybody thinks you're going to win. And he's like, all right, I'll show up. And then he showed up and he didn't win. And he left. Like he up and fucking walked out. Like right after that, the other guy won or whatever it was. And like, yeah, he was pissed. And then
what was he up for? Which one was that for? That was
the Supremes one.
The Supremes.
Dream Girls.
Dream Girls. That's right. Yeah. He is a really good actor, Eddie Murphy too.
Oh yeah, he's great in that movie. And like he even said in this documentary, like the reason his performance was probably so raw is because he was going through a divorce at the time and all this other shit. So he was really channeling that into the movie. And like I've seen the movie. I mean, it's okay. He's the best part of the movie, right? Like.
Yep.
But I mean, he's just basically channeling like Ike Turner or something throughout the film for the most part, mixed with a little Eddie charm. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's an overall good documentary, but he ignores most of the sequels of everything. He doesn't talk about Beverly Hills Cop 3 at all, which
interesting.
It'd be nice to hear him give what his side of the story on that movie because we've heard everybody else's side now. Other than that, it's just. Yeah, he talks about his career. He gives hints that he might get back into stand-up and stuff like that. But other than that,
Yeah, for you youngins out there, I mean, he was it in the early 80s or 80s when he came to the scene, and he broke in with his his cassettes, but his stand-up albums. Play that.
Well, Eddie Murphy Raw was
everyone
still the highest-grossing comedy concert film there is, I think.
Ever, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, but we had to hide that from the Catholic school nuns, the cassettes,
Delirious and Comedian and stuff like that.
Yeah, the swearing but he was just. I mean, who would you compare? I mean, I guess Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift. I'm not saying compared to, but like the hype or the popularity. But I mean, she doesn't like. I don't think anyone was so unifying. Everything's so fractured today in terms of entertainment and what you can get. Hey, look, we're on YouTube talking to all you awesome people out there.
He was the equivalent to comedy what Prince or Michael Jackson were to pop.
Right?
Like, I mean, and not only that, he did that at a time when we probably had the most, I mean, we were eating good when it comes to comedians. I would argue the greatest time period, and I think Paul Chatto even agreed with me, like one of the greatest time periods for stand-up comedy would probably be from 1975 to 1995. Because once you get past that point, it's all Jeff Foxworthy and Dunham and shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, you had, I mean, you're talking about, exactly. You're talking about the era of Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, George Carlin.
George Carlin. Yeah.
I mean, Bill Cosby, even, you hate to mention him, but like people forget how influential and important his stand-up was, right? Like, I mean, that's the thing is motherfucker, like he made the mold of telling a story. Like nobody really did what Cosby did before.
So
like I hate to give him credit for it, but he did. I mean, he was, because that's what Eddie Murphy was. He was equal parts Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. If they had a child, which is hilarious because in this movie he has this guy make ventriloquist dummies of Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby so he can sit there and have a conversation. And that's probably the funniest bit in the whole movie is when he's sitting there talking about, I know what you did, motherfucker. You went and put your dick where it don't belong. You put the pill in the pudding. Don't you talk about my pudding popping. He's like doing the whole bit. Because, I mean, for those who don't remember the famous bit from Raw where he's talking about getting chewed out by Bill Cosby for swearing too much. And then he called Richard Pryor and Richard said, tell Cosby to have a Coke and shut the fuck up.
But he was just so big. Saturday Night Live back then, you couldn't wait to see like Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood or what Eddie Murphy
Saturday
would do.
Night Live, let's be real.
Oh God.
Because everybody knows in 80 when Lauren left, I mean, if it wasn't for Eddie, all that show had was Joe Pescopo.
Yeah, and he was
Can
funny.
you tell me
but
anybody else from
not
that
to carry
cast?
the-
Exactly.
Not
Nobody.
carry the show. I mean, he fits on the show, and But yeah, who else? What year was that? 1980?
There was a few people, but they weren't anybody you would really remember offhand. Like that's the thing. It was
what year was
1980 to 85. I think he came in 81, but like the 80 year was like one of the worst years of SNL ever. And Eddie was also the youngest member of the cast until Chris Rock, I believe.
Yeah. So 1980. Okay. So let's see. SNL cast 1980. Yeah. SNL cast 1980.
Because the original players all left too.
I put in 1960. Yeah. 1980.
Oh yeah, 1960 didn't exist yet.
yeah. So season 6, I guess. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see which is better, Wikipedia or.
Yeah, because 79 to 80 would technically be. I think that they still had Bill Murray and all them. I think, or did they change over? I can't remember now. But yeah.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Let's the cast. Yeah. So let's put this on here. Okay, so you got
Denny
Dillon. I don't remember.
Jesus.
I'm sure
I
watched
remember
it.
her, but she didn't get anywhere.
Robin
Gilbert
Duke.
Godfrey was like one of the only, but he was barely on it. I don't think he was on for very long because I think he was one of the people that said the F word on there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but Tim Kazurinsky was really good, but he's not a huge star. But he was.
Yeah, I think Charles Rocket might have been on during this time too. But maybe
Gail
he was a little
Mathias, Eddie Murphy. Yeah,
so he came
Tim
in that
Kazurinsky
season.
had some success on the show. Yep. Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy.
he's the one that was in like police academies and some other stuff.
Yeah. Joe Piscopo, as you said, Ann Risley, and Charles Rocket, like you said, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's those few are probably the most well known. Like Charles Rocket wasn't even like I wouldn't call him a breakout star or anything. He was just well known. Yeah.
I don't remember Tony Rosado.
Tony Rosado, Jesus Christ.
Is that I don't remember. I'm sure you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of like, geez. Lori was on. Lori was there. Wow, I didn't even know she was in that cast.
I mean, it's a huge cast too. Yeah.
Well, you had the regular players, and then you had the side people. That's where she's in the
featuring. Yeah, it's the feature. Yeah. They'd come in once in a while.
Did Eddie really start the '80s season, or I thought he come in 81?
They said, yeah.
Okay, maybe. Well,
that's what they're saying.
It says 80 to 81, so I always thought he come in like midway.
Yeah. New
It
cast.
says
Charles
right there.
Rocket.
Go back up.
Oh.
Stand-up name, but talent coordinator, another black
Give him a
film wanted to
shot,
see a kid from. Yeah, in September '80. Okay, so it was in September of '80. Okay, so it was for the whole season.
Townsend, yeah.
All right.
A featured player starting with the 4th episode. After months convincing her colleagues and staff, yep.
Oh, that's what it was, the 4th episode. Okay.
And Dick Ebersol had taken over, yep. And he was the guy that loved OJ, that got in the big fight with Norm Macdonald over OJ. Yep. The Writers Guild started.
Well, love him or hate him, he changed television. I mean,
yeah.
he came up with the whole must-see TV thing, so.
Yeah. So Charles Rocket, Denny Dillon, Gilbert, Pisco Risley, Yvonne Hudson, first female black cast member. Elliot Gould did the first show. So Who Shot CR, yep. JR, yep. Bill Murray, The Hiatus.
The only skits that were worth a shit were the Murphy and Piscopo skits, though.
First speaking role, December 6, 1980.
And I think Charles Rocket handled the daily updates. I don't know how much he did outside of that. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we go to season 7? Oh, yeah, they'll show you. I can go in order. Yeah.
And it's mostly the same cast until Murphy leaves, I think, which is in 84. 83 or 84. Yeah.
Mary Gross.
I never even knew she was on there. That's how much I haven't seen outside of just Eddie Murphy's skits from those years.
Yeah, so Eddie Murphy's carrying the show. Then Eddie took off on the show. It was like we couldn't wait to see this show. So
hell of a day in the neighborhood. Hell of a day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I guess supposedly
Eddie Murphy
Mr.
debuts
Rogers
his Buckwheat
loved
character.
That, yeah. Hi, I'm Buckwheat.
I'm Buckwheat. And then when Buckwheat got shot, I mean that was
Buckwheat has been shot. Have you seen the videotape?
And then they had the grainy videotape. Yep.
let's run the videotape. They showed it like 20 fucking times.
Yeah. And Alfalfa did it, right? Wasn't it Alfalfa that shot Buckwheat?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Buckwheat knew it was coming, so he wore a bulletproof vest. It was like a whole little. It's funny because like that's the best bits is like this whole little running gag they had of Buckwheat getting shot because it was making fun of President Reagan getting shot, and then you find out it was Alfalfa, and then not only did you find out it was Alfalfa, you find out Buckwheat's still alive because he wore a bulletproof vest and he knew.
Right.
And it ran. I don't know if it ran for more than one episode, but it was like a series of skits, and I don't know if that's one of the only times they had ever done anything like that or not, but like. I mean, I know they've had reoccurring characters, but I don't ever remember them doing like a serial like that. I mean,
yeah,
they did have things once in a while. Like this was also the time period where they voted Andy Kaufman off the show. Because I remember Eddie was one of the people that was doing one of the bits for that. And then, even though it's not in the movie, but yeah.
They left it out, yeah. I guess in Pisco here, again, they kind of, there's a wedge there because Nick Nolte canceled and they offered Murphy the chance to host because then that's when Murphy is becoming huge. And Piscopo, I guess you would see that as a slight, even though you shouldn't because, the guy's just a huge star. But, Brad Hall, he's married to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Well, you know what happened there was...
They're funny, yeah.
Nolte was showing up to promote 48 Hours.
Yeah.
And he got fucking too drunk.
I got
to do
too
the
drunk.
show. He did. And so between the few of them, they figured out, okay, Eddie will just host instead, so he could promote the movie. But like you said, it kind of started driving a wedge. Because I believe, I mean, yes, you had. I think Chevy Chase came back to host. When was it after? Because it was when Bill was still on. So it would have been like 78, 79, somewhere in there. So Eddie wasn't the first cast member to host, but I believe he would be the first cast member to host while he was still on the show.
On the cast, right?
Yeah, yes, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And Eddie left in April, so when the show,
he left as soon as he could. Yeah.
Yeah, because his star was just so huge, but you just couldn't wait to watch when John Candy was on. Yep, A Men at Work. It's a Mistake. Oh, I love that song. It's a Mistake. Terry Garr, Jerry Lewis.
Oh, Jim Belushi's first episode there, it said too.
Yeah.
I forgot he came in a little later too, yeah.
Pre-tape one sketch before the scene started that aired during
and then
show.
Eventually you had like Randy Quaid and Michael McKean came on. And then eventually that also, I think that was around the same time you got Billy Crystal and Phil Hartman, I think too.
Yeah.
And maybe even John Lovitz. But that's when I'm pretty sure that was after Lorne Michaels came back though. And I don't think he kept anybody but maybe one or two people, but yeah. Or he got rid of everybody, but yeah.
And Eddie Murphy's doing a lot of pre-recorded tape sketches on this. Wow.
That's because he's busy.
Yeah, Robin Williams hosted, yeah. I'm just they keep saying Eddie Murphy did not perform.
I remember Paula Poundstone, Jesus. Whatever happened to her?
The Fix, they were great. The Fix.
She was like the first dyke fucking comedian. Like, I swear. Not lesbian, but straight up just like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
She's like a gym teacher.
Yeah. Let's see. So Eddie Murphy's off the show now, I guess, of this episode, April. One sketch. Okay, he's not listed. Yep. And then they had Spinal Tap was on with Christmas with the Devil and Big Bottom. Yep. Michael McKean came on the show. Yep. After that, right? He became a cast member, but later. Yep.
Yeah, and that's when
Billy Crystal became future cast member. Yep. Whitney Brown. Yeah, she was funny. Yep. Or he was funny. Whitney Brown. Yep. Soupy Sales.
So was Michael on the show yet, or was it just?
No, I guess he becomes
because I think Chris
later.
Chris was also, I think, on the show too, wasn't he? Or no, not Chris, the other one. Shearer, Harry was.
Harry Shearer, yep. I can't remember.
Pretty sure he did eventually, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, there was the Joe Piscopo was fine. Oh, Joe was out. Tim Kazurinsky, Brad.
Well, see, I remember Joe thought he was going to be a big movie star too.
That didn't happen. Yeah, he became a big weightlifter.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Piscopo was funny, but just not nowhere near as he's not
He's
an
not
Eddie
a
Murphy.
leading man.
He fits into the show. He's great at what he does, and he was doing the updates. Sinatra was great.
He found his niche for a while playing like the bully / villain type. He was good at that, like in Johnny Dangerously and stuff like that. Like, my mother hit me once.
But yeah, it was a lot of. Yeah, I think I've seen. Yeah,
Johnny Dangerously. Yeah,
Johnny Dangerous. Oh yeah. That I went and saw that in the movie theater. My friend.
Yeah, my mother.
With
hit
my
me
friend
once.
Vinny and Brian. I went to
Once.
going to see that. Let's see. Do they have a graph cast members? And I did buy a bunch of the DVDs. I do own a lot of the. I think the first 10 episodes
I have
or
the
10
first
seasons,
2
on
seasons.
DVD.
Oh, do you have the first 10 seasons?
I'm pretty sure because I was worried that they would.
So I saw a pack that had like the first. Well, it had like I saw 2 packs that had 5 seasons each, but they only released I think up through season.
I think they don't have the first. I'm looking at some of them on my shelf here. I can't see.
If you because if you have seasons,
some of they didn't release. Okay, I can't.
Well,
I bought a
I'm not
bunch of them
sure.
when they were cheap, but I was just worried they would censor them or like they'd say these jokes are too politically
I would love
correct.
anything because I only got the first 2 seasons, and I want everything up through like whenever basically.
I think they have.
Phil Hartman and Chris Farley and all them left.
I gotta look.
Then I could care less.
I gotta look to see what. Let's see. Do they have the cast here? Let's see. Well,
Not that I could ever watch them all in my lifetime, probably, but
yeah. There's so many.
I did actually watch
watching.
quite a few of the first season, though.
And doesn't Paramount have? Sometimes they cut out the music performances too. Yeah.
Well, it's Universal that owns the rights to it.
Okay, maybe I just bought 1 through 5. Then maybe it's just 1 through 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't know if they have the because that's what's pissed me off is the only Eddie Murphy ones you can get are on his greatest hits.
Maybe maybe that's what I have. Yeah.
I mean, they have a buttload of the greatest hits ones like Will Ferrell and all that kind of stuff, but
but they don't have. And I bought them separate, but I bought them separately.
Yeah, see, I have the first 2, but I don't have anything past that.
Weird. Yeah, these are what I have. Yeah, I bought these. Yep. So I have season 1, and of course the
I got
first
season 1, and I got season 2, but not.
They're
season
making
3
fun
and
of.
4 and
They're
5.
making fun of like razors that have 3 blades in it. Now we have 5 blades in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So
Well, and
season
it
2.
wasn't even till like what season 2? Yeah, season 2 when the Coneheads come in, right? So like, yeah.
I'm surprised at that. Yeah, I would have thought they would have had more yet. Let's see. Saturday Night Live season.
And part of it is the music. That I know you're not wrong, but these I believe have all of, if not almost all of, the musical performances in them.
Because I was watching
and
some
they're
of them on
uncut.
YouTube, and they were missing. They were missing some of the.
Well, because the
performances,
syndicated versions they show on like Comedy Central and stuff like that, those were edited down too. I think a lot of times, because they would show the show would be an hour and a half.
Yeah,
so they would
cut it
trim them down to
yeah.
like an hour or whatever on Comedy Central. And a lot of times they would lose like one of the performances or both of them. And then they would cut out some of the other skits and stuff. So, but the beauty of those discs that you have there, as far as I know, they're all the broadcast versions. So they're all their full
right?
broadcast
Yeah.
versions. Yeah.
They're great to watch, and some of them special features on them. Yeah.
Mm.
I guess because they wanted, maybe they decided they were going to stream them.
I wonder if they ever get to that point.
I'm looking for like
because that's what I'm
SNL
wondering. Because on
season
streaming,
6.
I don't know if you can still get certain episodes. Like there's
that's
a
what I was
certain
worried about.
Yeah, because I wonder if they cut out or don't have like specific episodes with like F words and or like the. I know there's like the is what I might have to check.
Certain shows that blackface too in them. I know, like Friends is the blackface episode.
Like the Milton Berle episode, is that in season 2? Is that on the disc? Because I know that's one that they never repeated.
Hold on, I let me reach for it.
I know, mine's out of reach. Back there. I'm trying to find it now. There's Saturday Night Live, the complete second season. Yeah. Where's my first season?
That was a Frank Sinatra. It's in my other camera. It's a Frank Sinatra box set that I'm looking at.
Where's my first season? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I only got the first and second season.
Yeah, let's see if they. Let's see if I put this. Let's see if they mention having this on DVD. Yeah. I'm sure someone's got, video back then. There's videotapes, so you probably can find it, but they're not showing.
Well, it's famous enough that I just think it was one of the ones I never repeated, and I think that, and I'm trying to remember the other ones. The Steven Seagal one I know is another one.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not playing it again, right? Yeah, because Milton Berle's in the SNL movie, which is so about the.
Yeah, and it's kind of out of place, and that's the funny
Right.
thing. And I remember bringing that up is like, yeah, they crammed a bunch of stuff in there just so they could have it in there, but like the Milton Berle thing, maybe it's even later than that. But I could have swore it was like the second season that episode is in.
Yeah, and Tim is saying, confirming, only I can't find.
Yes.
It's only up through one through 5. Yeah. Why? I don't know why I was assuming I hadn't bought it all. But
Now they've been on streaming though. Yeah, I mean, I think Peacock has them now, or somebody.
Peacock
does,
has them,
but-
right? Yeah. If you go
Yeah, I
on
think
Peacock,
so.
let's check the Peacocks. Yeah.
Do you have Peacock?
I do have Peacock. Yeah. Let me turn this off so it doesn't start.
Saturday Night Live.
Hey, the dead man with another.
I'm
super
Don
chat says,
Pardo.
Yo, Rocky. Let's play a couple of clips for the dead
Yo,
man. here.
Rocky.
Brain and brain. What is brain?
But I pity the fool.
Take you to the zoo.
Do I have any Rocky clips? I don't think I have any Rocky clips loaded.
You just did. I
Loaded
pity
up.
the fool.
Well, that other than that one.
What's your
yeah, other than
prediction?
that.
Pain.
Pain. And Stallone wrote "Pity the Fool," right?
He
Which is
did.
so awesome,
Yes,
right?
you're right.
That's Stallone's genius.
I
Stallone,
pity the
yeah.
fool. I think that's the first
Yeah.
time he ever said it. I don't think he
Right?
wrote it in there specifically for him. I know he wrote the part specifically for him, but
Yeah.
and what an inspired guy to have come in. It's like Clubber Lang, badass, fucking
Perfect. Yeah.
bulldog. Like, yes, like he's like, oh, he was so fucking like. I love Rocky IV just like everybody else, but I have a secret crush on Rocky III because Clubber Lang is a real adversary.
Yeah, it works. It works. It just works great. Yeah, yeah.
And he knocked Rocky out. He scared the
Right?
shit out of him.
Yeah, I thought he finally he's immortal. Yep, yep. So he's on that
I
high.
can't because
high
I'm
road.
afraid.
I'm afraid. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't want to fight Clubber Lang either. Shit. I don't get
It's Mr.
punched in
T.
the face. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
I don't want to be no fool.
But yeah, so look at this. Yeah, so it's the first. Yeah, it's just the first 5 seasons
Yeah.
on DVD, and that's a 79 and 80, and then you've got these specials, I guess. So like best of 6 and
Yeah.
7, Adam Sandler. Do they have? Yeah, they have an Eddie Murphy one. Yeah, but
I
you
have
miss
that
the
one.
flavor. You miss the flavor of it when you don't get playing those episodes in order. I guess.
I mean,
right?
it's fun to have those, but
yeah.
I'm curious at how I have to watch mine again because Eddie actually had 2 greatest hits SNL releases because one had the whole buckwheat got shot thing and the other one didn't.
Because
It
that'd
was
be
just-
great if you could watch those together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like back to
so
back to back.
That's kind of what I had to do because he was one of the first ones because Paramount actually released this is how I got to see a lot of the older SNL stuff because I was too young when it was originally on because they didn't really repeat it when I was a kid outside of Christmas stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But what they do is they started releasing VHS tapes of greatest hits. So they had Chevy Chase's greatest hits, they had John Belushi's greatest hits, Eddie Murphy's greatest hits. I'm sure they had Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray's or something like that too, probably. I'm sure it was, but yeah, so I had that Eddie Murphy tape for a while. But now that one didn't have the buckwheat got shot bit on it. Because I bought another secondary tape that came out years later. That one had the whole buckwheat got shot bit on it.
Okay.
Like the whole thing.
The
Like
whole
it was-
thing together. Yeah.
And what
yeah.
what they did to be clever is they kind of like interspersed it throughout the other skits. So it was still like an episode of SNL, but it was just the
Oh, they
Eddie
didn't.
Murphy
They didn't
greatest
play it
hits
back.
ones.
They didn't play it back
Right.
to back.
And the beauty of it was almost like a volume 2 because from my memory, I might even still have those tapes. From my memory, like I don't think they repeated any of the skits, if not only a few, because it had like
Okay.
from memory, like it was all different Mr. Robinson's Neighborhoods and different Gumby skits and stuff like that. So it was like almost like they knew the other one was already out there, and this is a companion to it. And so that's the only one I know where somebody got 2 different versions of them, and they were actually that long because like he had so much stuff. I haven't seen anybody else with that many greatest hits before. So like I think that he's
and his stuff was always great too. That was the great thing.
Yeah.
That was
because my memory is I have to look on this DVD because I think the DVD I have here is basically that second tape, right? I think it's just they transferred those because it was that company that started putting them out with Universal or whatever, where they were like, I don't know if you remember when they came out, they were both on VHS and DVD. That's what they got now is those greatest hits.
Yeah, I actually bought one of those like Saturday Night Live's greatest hits on. It was a not a CD. Well, it was a CD, but like for your computer to play video.
Right.
It's probably like a collector's thing now, where like it before DVDs, but it was like for
QuickTime
for your
videos
computer.
and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't played it in years, but it was
Probably
pretty,
chunky ass 240p shit.
Yeah, but it was the videos. Yeah, I have it in the. I don't want to go in the basement now, but I
Just
have
a dolphin, man.
kept it. Just a dolphin, land shark. Yep.
This wasn't a boating accident. That was the one that first turned me on to SNL because I was a Jaws fan early on as a kid. And when I first saw those skits, I remember my parents just cracking up at them. It was probably the first time they'd seen them in almost 10 years. So like, yeah, land shark.
Land shark. Oh, Paramount CBS. What's the NBC streaming service? Is it NBC?
Peacock.
Peacock. What a stupid name for us. I'm pretty sure
that's what I said.
Did I cancel Peacock?
Well, they have a
Paramount's
free version.
kicking ass. Paramount's kicking ass now.
Well, Peacock had a free version. I don't know if they do anymore, but they didn't have all the episodes on the free version. You can only watch select episodes usually.
I can't remember if I canceled it or not, which is horrible because you have now you're paying more for freaking, when back in the day, yeah. When you had everything separate, yep. Oh, good night, Don. Thank you for being with us. Yep. And Kello's asking, was that clip from TOS? Was a clip of Kathleen Kennedy when she was actively ruining Star Wars? The women. Let's see. So SNL. Let's see if I go to Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Peacock. That's not a good name for it. I guess they are the Peacock Network.
Yeah, I think Phantom Outsider is right. And plus, it was a new company taking over that did them because Paramount released the first set. And then I want to say Universal or Sony released the second set. It was like through their music video label, I think, or something like that. I have to look at the disc again. I got the Eddie Murphy one here behind me, but I just can't reach it right now. Why are we looking up Sabrina Carpenter? Oh, this is the SNL show. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
So this starts at episode 51. Yeah, okay, she's a cutie patootie. So let's see. Let's go. I guess
season
we're going
6.
way
back there. Holy shit! Now we're getting back there.
They they do have season 1. Oh, they don't have season 1.
They don't have
no season 1. That's
2,
interesting.
3, 4.
Well, let's see, season 6, 13. But that was
when they had the writer's strike, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, season 6.
Or was it a writer's strike or actor's strike? Then I can't remember.
I think it was writer's strike. I think it was writers, yep.
Oh, Bill Murray hosted. There you go.
So we got Bill Murray. Deborah Harrow. I love Blondie. Deborah Harrow, yeah. I first saw, I can remember.
You can watch
these
for free?
Well, I think I don't want to click on my account, but I'll check. I don't know if they're. Well, if you go into Peacock and see if you can get in there for free, but
yeah, I was gonna say, let me look.
Let's see, these are 43 minutes, 45 minutes. So these seem like they're chopped up though, right? If it's 45 minutes, because SNL was an hour and a half, wasn't it?
Yes.
So that's got to be
those
chopped
are the
up.
syndicated versions, then. Yeah.
So
they don't have the full versions of those. Then no.
Let's see.
That one's or they're chopping out the music performances too, probably.
Yeah, I don't want to play
on top
one,
of them
obviously, but yeah. Buck Rogers is here. Yep. John Madden, Robert Conrad, Bill Murray, Tim Curry again. Yeah.
Okay, it says upgrade to watch on mine to watch Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they probably upsell you with Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah.
You probably do get a pretty good flavor of the show here, but you don't get some of them. Yeah, half an hour. How's it a half an hour?
You sure you don't pay for it? Because I can't even get into SNL.
Yeah, I must pay for it. I had it, and my wife was telling me you better cancel it. I'm like, yeah, let me get it.
You didn't,
and I forgot to. And I didn't cancel it. And
you
then
better watch some SNL. Jeez.
Yeah, jeez. Yep.
Yeah,
but it's a half hour.
Out.
Yeah, see, at 48 minutes.
See, mine all have like little padlocks on them. But it's all the same shit you're looking at, but you must have it, so you can click on it.
I bought, Yep.
There's the Eddie Murphy episode. Yeah, December 11th.
Yeah, Kleiser Prim, the hair talk show. It's like a DivX disc or something. Yeah, I could run out of. I can run out of the basement. I'll remember it for next week, but it was like a weird format. Yeah, it was like a video CD kind of format. Yep, but it was sold as, like, kind of looked like a VHS packaging. And I got it right on my desk downstairs, on my shelf with DVDs downstairs. Yep, or all my software and stuff. Yep. Oh, Drew Barrymore. Yep. Robert Blake. Oh, Robert Blake. Yeah, don't mention him. Yep. Michael Keaton. I'm Batman. God, that's hysterical. Yeah. Well, I guess the good thing is these are short, so you can go through them pretty quick, right? Father Guido Sarducci, yeah. Michael Douglas, yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, this was, but you like back then. I'm old enough now. I'm in high school, but first year of high school. But you used to have to like beg your parents to like, can I stay up to watch? Watch this now. Yeah. Oh, John.
Well, it became
Candy.
a ritual.
Right?
I mean, it was almost like, your parents kind of passed it on to you and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, I think maybe this last generation was one that didn't get it kind of passed on to them.
I stopped watching it. Just they got
I mean,
so
I remember
political.
we did SNL skits. I remember, the generation after us did them too. It's the next, upcoming cast, and they did all the, Superfly and all that kind of stuff. And,
I just couldn't take it when they became just Orange Man bad, like, almost 100% of the time. It's like,
well, that's like what, like the
sick of
last
it.
10, 15 years or so?
God.
I mean, clearly the show probably should have ended with the 50th season.
Yeah.
Like, I think they even say it in that documentary, which got us into this conversation in the first place. I don't remember who it was. I think it was either Chris Rock or... I think it was Chris Rock. He's like, you might as well cancel the show now, because you're not going to get any better than this.
Right?
Like, this is going to be the best show you're ever going to do. And
This
he's
was
not
good.
wrong.
This
That Eddie
anniversary
Murphy episode, I mean, that was good, but like that Eddie Murphy episode of SNL was one of the last really good episodes besides Dave Chappelle, right? Like Jim Carrey. That's the thing. Outside of those 3 episodes, those are the last times I can remember SNL being any fucking good.
That was phenomenal when Eddie Murphy came back. We're going crazy. I couldn't believe how good that was. That in the 50th season, or was that in? I
think it was in the 49th, but he showed up for the 50th anniversary thing. He was all over that, I think.
Yeah, let's see which. I'm assuming they've got every episode here.
So I think the Chappelle episode was after Eddie, I think, but Chappelle showed up on the Eddie episode. Because they had Chappelle, Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan, and Eddie all on stage for his intro. Do they not have the Eddie episode on there?
I mean, unless they're missing an episode. Let's see. Do they have all the episodes?
What season was it? Or was it season 51? Was it? It wasn't this year.
No,
it wasn't this year. I thought it was last year or the year before.
Was it 48?
Maybe.
They did start to get better. Like, they finally started to let go of some of the Trump stuff after, it always was subcurrent, but it was like, it just, whatever you think of the guy, it's just like, he's living in your head.
Dave Chappelle did a few times. But,
yeah. And now would they have him on anymore with all his controversies? I wonder.
Yeah, they might. He's kind of turned against Trump a little bit.
So I wonder, but yeah. So
do they just not have the Eddie episode on there? That's crazy.
Well, someone could Google it for us. Maybe see Eddie Murphy.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is this season. I thought it was this long ago already.
Or Catwoman, excuse me. Screw you, Simulu. Yeah, I can't. Well, someone.
I thought it was newer.
It was. It was pretty. It was.
I thought it was
recent.
closer to the 50th anniversary. That's what I was. Yeah. Because he's in that episode.
Remember when Elon Musk was on and everyone lost their connection?
I almost thought it was after the 50th because I thought it was him showing up for the 50th anniversary, which he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come back and do a show. Or did he do that just before? I'm trying to remember now. Because they actually talk about it on the documentary, but they don't talk about the anniversary, so I don't know. That's what I mean. They leave out so much stuff in that documentary. It's like,
Yeah, look,
It's kind of weird to even
Krasinski,
call it a documentary.
He wouldn't be allowed on the show again these days. He's come out as being a right winger.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle was on quite off. No, it would be way after this because it was more recently.
After. Well, this is this year. So,
yeah, this is this year. So it had to be in season 50 or 49.
Yeah, why is Miles Teller on? Is he in a movie or something? Or?
Walton Goggins.
Yeah, and Taylor Sheridan is he's making shows for who is he making shows for? Warner Brothers?
He's going to be jumping over to Universal, I think, wasn't it?
It was Universal, right? Yeah. So he's switching from Paramount Network. But I think his shows are still going to air.
Well, his contract goes till 29, and as far as I know, it's just mainly like a first look.
Right, to see if they like the shows, but he can still be on Paramount or it's not
he can work on
exclusive.
other things, but I heard his. See, I had talked to somebody who knows some of his people or whatever. I'll say it that way, or pretty close to him or whatever. And I guess he had like a 10-year plan going into this, so like the 2029 contract would take him up to that. And he said, and this was in one of the things that in an article where he was interviewed or where he was asked about it, and he said they never even made him an offer. But it sounded like he was kind of planning on leaving anyway, because like one of the people that was fired when they bought Skydance was one of his main dudes, and he went over to Universal, so that's why they're thinking he went to Universal. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he's probably you got to argue he's probably the most prolific.
I think he's going to make
successful
more movies.
Guys now, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think once he's done over at Paramount, I think he's going to just go make movies.
Right. Oh, Eddie Murphy returns. Big ratings. So he 5 years ago.
Was it really?
Saturday Night Live, highest rated SNL episode, 2.5 years, tied for number 1. So this was 6 years ago.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, so that would be what year is that? I mean, what season?
Old.
Yep. So it was 6.
What would be the 2021 season then?
Let's see, right?
Or 5 years ago?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe season 46. I wonder if they
It was the Christmas episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, they would show it here if it was episode 40, season 45.
Was it 2020 or was it? Yeah. There it is.
Oh, here's Eddie Murphy. Yep.
Wow, we didn't go far enough back. 2019.
Yeah. 2019. Yeah.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna no, I'm not gonna play it. Yeah. I just wanted to see what. So, they have the hour. Or they have the full hour here. Yeah.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
Yeah. What's this? This doesn't. Oh, it shows you info. Yeah. Liza. Eddie Murphy. Yeah. I was waiting to. I'm like, I gotta press pause here. Don't play. That's especially SNL. They're not very tolerant SNL for anything. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're a lot of people have gotten nuked for.
But yeah, so overall though, I can recommend it, especially if you're an Eddie fan. You'll like it. It's just a little. Yeah. It's really leaning into his ego. But
yeah.
And he's a lot of like, I'm the first black to do this. I'm the first black to do that. Which I mean, he's not wrong on certain things, but it starts to get a little
tedious in some points. Have you?
Yeah.
What about the Chris Farley one? His documentary.
Is there a more recent one?
Yeah, there was one that just came out.
I have the one that's called I Am Chris.
Yeah, I Am Chris.
From years ago. Yeah. Oh, that's from years ago.
That's from years ago? That's not. But Ryan Reynolds was just going around and.
Oh no, you're thinking about the John Candy one.
Oh, John Candy. What did I say? Yeah,
I haven't got to see that one yet. That's on Amazon. Yeah, I was gonna watch that one. I started watching it and I didn't get back to it yet.
Yeah. So that looks.
Because I started watching it, and my ex saw a scene from like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and she said something about watching it. So we ended up watching that instead because she had never seen it. So
she had never seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
No,
well, she's lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky to get back.
She's not so lucky now because she's not with me. But yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's part of the reason. Not to like. Yeah, it's part of the reason why I'm actually awake and able to show up here is because she's not here no more. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But no, it's he was such a John Candy. Gotta love John Candy. So, gonna.
Well, John was just such a unconventional leading man, and I don't mean that just because he was chubby. I mean that just because he was everyday Joe, and you can tell he was a genuinely good dude. And every story I've ever heard about him, even from like Paul Chato, who's met him once, he just seemed like one of the greatest guys in the world. I mean, he had demons just like everybody else, but I mean, a lot of his demons were kind of more innocent. I mean, they almost kind of fit him in a way. I guess the worst thing he had was like a little bit of a gambling issue, and he liked to drink and eat. Yeah.
And his dad was extremely heavy too, unfortunately. So
yeah, and he was tall. He's big.
Tall,
he's very big.
Yeah. So, but here, let me add this to the stage here. So, yep, EK says those thumbnails are so lame. Yep, that's what.
Paulie, I don't have a chubby. I could if you want me to.
This movie's an underrated classic. I mean, Candy fans love.
Yeah, it's basically his
Rental.
National Lampoon's Vacation. Yeah,
I just freaking love this movie. I remember we rented it on VHS. Had no idea how good it was gonna be, and or did I go see this in the movie theater? I can't remember now, but I just remember the first time I saw it. I don't think I saw this one in the movie theater.
I was on cable constantly. That's all I know.
Yeah. This movie was freaking. And of course, it's got the classic boat race in it, right? That all these '80s movies had, right? You know, you had.
What was with that? Race. With all these boat races,
always had the boat 80s. Race. You had the rich yacht guys, right? Yep. You always had these guys that are uber rich. Yep.
Not only did we have Yacht Rock, we have yacht movies,
right?
Rip Torn is hilarious in this too.
Yeah, John Candy died very young too, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was only 42, I think he was.
Yeah,
he was not very old. Yeah.
Top Secret. Shh. Another classic. Yeah, yeah. So with this, the premise of this movie, they go on vacation. I think. Don't they go to the wrong house, or they didn't get?
Yeah, when they
first
show up,
house?
They go to the wrong house. Like, this is nice. This is great.
And really great. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it's much more spacious than we thought it was going to be. And then they get to the other place, and then like realize they got it so cheap because of the beach rights or whatever, to where people could just walk through their fucking yard,
walk through their property to get to the beach. Yeah, they had no privacy. Yeah.
Like, that was the whole thing. Is he just needed peace and quiet, and then he breaks his leg. So like that's the other part. Is like he's stuck indoors on top of it all. So like
with the sunburn, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like the first part of the film is just kind of him like wallowing in his misery, and then he kind of hooks up with Rip Torn and the guys over at like this sea shanty bar place that's on this boat. Yeah. And then that leads into the second half of the film because he just finds a purpose and something to do, because I think they're staying there for like the whole summer. I don't remember how long it is exactly, but yeah.
That's hysterical. Look at this Walkman-esque headphone set with the radio on there.
Oh God, yeah, it's very 80s. Yeah,
that's so 80s. Yeah, but that was like a cool, because you didn't have to carry anything around. Imagine that. And it had probably a cassette on one side, radio on the other. Who knows? But it's like so refreshing, this movie, when you see it. It's just so freaking funny. And John Candy, and he's actually not too big in this movie. Yeah, in terms
it's okay because like she's older than I am.
Hey, Paulie's here. It says Tom has a chubby. Yeah.
There's my John Candy laugh.
Hey, Paulie.
I guess I like lips and assholes.
Hey, yep. Great to see you. Great to see you, Paulie. Yep. So I guess this is a movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Rip Torn there. I love it.
The salty sailor. Yeah.
The salty sailor. That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah. This was freaking fun. Yep. Yeah, but because Better Off Dead, they had the race in that. Caddyshack had the sailing scene in it too, right?
It was a sailing scene, but it wasn't like
not a race. Not a race. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there've been a ton of movies with the
my dinghy.
And One Crazy Summer and another sailing race in it.
Yep.
Right. God, look at that radio there.
Yeah, One Crazy Summer. That's the other one I think always remember. Yeah, this one had what's his face from Rambo. Yeah,
Rambo. Yeah, Colonel Troutman. What's his name?
Yeah, a guy. What the hell? Crenna. Richard Crenna.
Richard Crenna. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good as the villain in this.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, John. That was the other thing. He got so many great leading ladies to play off of, like,
right.
And you could believe it. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Even though he was unconventional, as I said, he's very lovable, and you could see how, somebody like that could fall for him.
Girls love comedians too, right?
Oh yeah. Well, he's a big cuddly teddy bear. I mean,
yeah. Girls love.
I mean, I'm looking for a chubby chaser if you're listening.
Yeah, we got to do this movie on Toxic Tuesday. Got a bit of it. Yeah. This is a Toxic Tuesday movie for sure.
Yeah.
For the summer, I got to put on the list for when it gets to be the summer. Yeah. Presents. So the same pictures, but yeah, when they bury him at the beach. Yeah. Oh, the Barnacle restaurant.
Oh, it was the Rusty Barnacle. That's what it was.
Rusty Barnacle, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I always felt like on SpongeBob, even though it's not Rip Torn doing the voice, it's the Kurgan. What's his name? Clancy Brown doing the voice. Yeah. I always kind of felt like Mr. Crab was kind of an homage to Rip Torn in this film, though. But
yeah. Is that the guy from Ferris Bueller? Is that the principal, the red?
Is that Jeffrey Jones? I don't think
Jones?
it is. Is it? Maybe. I don't think so.
Looks kind of like hopefully not.
If it is, I mean, I didn't know he was redheaded at one time.
Yeah.
Could be him.
Wondering, yeah.
I mean, this is what, 83?
85, they said, yeah.
Oh, is it 85? Okay.
I think 85, 86, yeah.
So I thought this came out the same year as Vacation, but I guess it was a little later.
Oh, there's 86 pictures, so we're not going to go through them all. I just looked at that. 86, yeah. Let's see who was...
Well, this isn't even John's best films. I mean, this is a good one, but...
Yeah, I just love this. Something about this movie I just love so much.
I mean, I'd have to say his best film is probably best performance is probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah. Like, I'll still say he was robbed of an Oscar for that.
He's fantastic. Especially that ending scene, too, where it just
the I Like Me scene, that too.
It just rips your guts out, yeah.
And other than that, like, I mean, I'd say Uncle Buck is probably his best solo
Here's a
film.
quarter, go down to City Hall, ratting all that off your face, yeah.
Your face. Yeah.
And then he's got the drill and Uncle Buck, yeah.
What do you think of this hat? This hat angers a lot of people.
Yeah, those are movies I gotta watch again with my kids. I don't know if we're always like struggling to watch a movie. And
but I mean, this is up there. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely up there. Yeah. But
let's see who's in this. Yeah.
And then, I mean,
Joey Lawrence. Yep, that's right.
Joey Lawrence. Yep.
Yeah. Cary Green.
And then, of course, you got The Great Outdoors, which I feel like is one of his lesser undersung films. And most people even forget that's a John Hughes movie too. On top of it.
Yep. Joey Lawrence is his son in this one. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. This is. Let's see. They have full. Yeah. Carl Reiner. Yeah. Comedy genius. Right. Yep. Harmless Guilty Pleasure. Yep.
Yeah. Great Outdoors. God, that movie.
Do they have the full cast? Usually the full cast and crew. Let's see where it's. I just wonder if that was top cast. Let's see here. Let's see who else was in this. Yeah. The fun thing is seeing people, that, little bit parts, and then they become stars later. Yeah. I guess not. Okay, good. Yep. My imagination. Yep. So, but all right. Well, I think I've got my big project due, so I'm going to cut this. We're not going to hit 4 hours
already
tonight.
1:00 here.
It's already 1 o'clock. So let me thank all the channel members. Yeah, we had a great time tonight. It was a short time. I started at 11, and so I'm doing. You weren't on before, Tom. I don't know if you're listening, but I'm doing a program book for a charity, so we raise money. We have a big dinner. Our big once-a-year dinner is next Friday. But I've got to get the program book, which is 120 pages, so I do all the desktop publishing. And then people are like, we don't have an ad, but, we're going to donate $400 to your group. Can you make an ad for us? So I end up making up all these, ads. and which is fine. But it's like, we sent this out weeks. I do the same thing. I wait till the last freaking minute too. So I'm guilty of the same thing. So I'm still waiting for like one of the NFL players that's headlining the dinner hasn't sent me his bio yet. I'm like, I've got to get this to the printer in the morning. I need your bio. I need your bio right now.
Guess you better Google them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could do that. Or I got to get someone else to do. I'm doing all this other stuff. I'm like,
right. Just get somebody else to write one up. Yeah.
Yeah, like write the guy's freaking bio and do it. But yeah, so I'm waiting for. There's always like the last minute where you're waiting for stuff. So, but I definitely, as always, love thanking the channel members here. So let me download my channel members so I can read that list without it going crazy on me. So let me download that, and I got to update my video too with all the channel. I was watching Jill last night. She did a really nice members video credit. I had one that was good, but then I kind of changing the names, I screwed it up. I got to get the timing down right. So let me save this and I can open it up. Let's see. I'm trying to do two things at once. It's always difficult. There we go. All right. So channel members that I would love to thank. We've got, in no particular order, the great Wes Cagle, Professor R2, Philip Story, Dadman, Mandalorian, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, DJ Ronnie G, RobAltis, RT&Z, Max Redstone, Christian Delorme, 70s Rock Fan, Andy Dritter of Jill, JT Kirk, and Brian Hepburn. And we had a bunch of super chats tonight, which was awesome. We had 6 with a super sticker, $10. That was crazy, 6. Thank you so much. And the Dead Man rolling in twice with rebooting Bond or Star Trek. And Yo Rocky, Yo Adrian. So thank you to the Dead Man. Thank you, Tom, for being here. Thank you to Dad Man. Yep, always have fun hanging out here, and I didn't keep it till like 4 a.m, which is good. So
yeah,
I should be on Toxic Tuesday. Hopefully, I have all this this program book stuff done. But
what movie is it this week?
This movie. Oh, we're doing the world. Is it The World Is Not Enough, or is it?
Oh, it's another Bond one yet.
We did The World Is Not Enough. So we're on to what's the one that was before World Is Not Enough? I'll tell you in a second. Let's see. Shit, I got.
The World Is Almost Enough.
The World Is Almost Enough. Yep. Where's my Toxic Tuesday? I'm the keeper of the spreadsheet for Toxic Tuesday. You got
spreadsheets.
I got a lot of problems. Yep.
You got
Tomorrow Never. So it's Tomorrow Never Dies, and then GoldenEye, and then we know what the next 3 movies are, but those are a big surprise. So I won't say that.
I'm trying to remember now, but I half-assed remember.
Yeah. And of course, let's thank everyone else who's in the chat tonight. So we got 36 people in here. So we got David Jones, RobAltis, Carol was here. Hi, Carol. Lemon Pie, Claude Salling, Wes Cagle, Jonathan Conroy, Joe Dog, Gen X. We're trying to get good here. Tim, Maddie's Daddy, Paulie, just on the red shirt, Kal-El, Sashi, Dadman again, E. Clay, Oliver Belmonte, Cowbunga Dude, Canadian Spider-Man, Darren, TZ Burton, Phantom Outsider, Stephen Mack, Admiral Teague, the PVFS, Davina Duckworth, Tim Hayes, Lenrod, Eric Sonder, Keely Chow, Brian Hepburn, Don Power Ranger, the Dead Man, the Stream Elements Bot, and Sagacious 6 again. Yep. So thank you everyone for being here. And Kellel says, yes, spreadsheets are fine. Just don't start filling out TPS reports. Yep. So, and GoldenEye was the shizzle back in the day. That's right. Yep. Playing some N64. Yep. We should play N64 during the stream. Yep. Or maybe I'll find a copy of that we could have running in the background. Yep. That was a classic. Yep. So, any particular topic tomorrow in the show, or in your morning show, or just the usual entertainment?
Just the box office mainly is what we'll talk about, and
yeah.
Whatever else is happening.
We're not going to extend this too long, but how did Alien versus Predator
Predator actually fell to 3rd place.
Oh wow!
It did not fare very well in its second weekend. No, I think it only made like 13 or 16 million, something like that.
Here we got bonus 5 minutes here. We'll just look at the because I wanted to check that too.
Yeah, it's looking like because now you see me now or whatever the hell the third.
Yeah, with the cool popcorn bucket.
Now you see me, now you don't, and then
the Running Man took it out. Okay,
Running Man took second place,
but
everybody thought Running Man was going to take first place. I think initially, but
this is more of a chick. This is more of a chick movie you could take dates for. Now,
I guess you can say that. Like I said, the reason it's gotten released, and it's counter programming for Thanksgiving, right? Because next week he got Zootopia coming out, which is going to take most of the family crowd. So what is Now You See Me? Well, that's the perfect movie. It's an old enough franchise that most people in the family will know it. So after Thanksgiving dinner, a lot of people like to go out to a movie or do whatever. So I bet you that'll do pretty well, I think, next weekend as well. I mean, it'll get beat by Zootopia, but I think it'll have a good stay.
Yeah, when I mean a chick movie, I mean like it's got crossover appeal where
like Grandma and Grandpa can go see it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but when you ask for Running Man or Predator Badlands, it's like, you want to go see I mean, unless you're lucky enough to have a lady or a significant other that likes that, and like, you owe me if I go see Predator with you kind of thing, right? You're going to go watch The Crying Game with me next week.
Oh, geez.
So that's what was my deal with my wife.
Well, I know all there is to know about The Crying Game.
Yeah, well, I went to see, I made her watch Clint Eastwood. Well, no, she's like, you have to watch The Crying Game. I'll go to the movie theater and watch with you, but you have to watch a Clint Eastwood movie. And then I picked The Outlaw Josie Wales. I've told this story a lot of times. And,
good movie,
and she loved it. I was like, damn it. She liked it.
But you did not like The Crying Game.
I didn't like, I cried. No, I didn't want to see that. I just
I don't want to see it.
I just don't want to see it. But wow, I'm surprised because Predator Badlands did get some good word of mouth. So
I guess it's not the woke mess that a lot of people were saying it was, because, and it makes me wonder with some of these other movies now that are coming out, because we've seen a few films now where the press will try to put some political spin on this shit.
There was none that I could see.
Yeah.
The only thing you could argue, I think people were arguing that, or pointing out, I should say arguing, that, he didn't get the big kills, and I agree with that too. Like the ladies got some of the big kills, but he didn't kill the big creature. Spoiler. So you could argue certain or point out certain things, but there wasn't anything overtly political in the movie. And sometimes you try to read too much into this stuff too, I think, or just like enjoy the movie. And yeah, if it's there, it's there. But I didn't see anything that big in it. So we'll see if that makes money. But my friend who one of my buddies went to see it, really liked it, and in town, and it was getting pretty good word of mouth. Other people are like, oh, it's a girl boss movie. I'm like, well, Predator and Aliens always have had girl bosses, so it just depends how you do it and how you write the character. A lot of people didn't write that, the backpack robot, but I thought she became a better character in the end. She was super annoying in the beginning, and then became I thought got better, but yeah. So but then but this is, how does this, let's see, we got 2020. That's kind of a slow box office week. I guess that's the total gross.
Yeah, I mean, well, this isn't exactly known as a great, like, next weekend is when the holiday movie season starts. So Now You See Me is kind of getting ahead. Like, what it's doing, like, they were smart. This is one, Lionsgate was smart on this one. Now, I didn't care for the first film, but I know people like them. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
They're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine for what they are. This opening at $20-some million is really good. I mean, it had a roughly high budget, but being Lionsgate, it was probably pre-sold up front. Not only
it's going to stream well.
It's going to end up on Amazon or whatever, so it probably has a deal for that. So it's probably prepaid for that way. And I think it'll have a fairly strong hold in its second weekend. I don't want to like predict a percentage drop off.
Yeah.
But oh gosh, look at holy shit, that had a big drop, like a big huge worldwide. Look at that. Wow.
Right. So international, yep. So worldwide total, right? Yes, international.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that Lionsgate will actually get now if they made a bunch of foreign deals for it though.
Right.
But yeah.
You never know, yeah. But it sounds good, yeah. But this has universal appeal, a movie like this, where it's like a thriller. Yeah. The girls,
and it has some stars in it too.
Yeah, the girls can like it, and the guys can, perfect date night
Most
movie.
kids will be able to go see it. Like I said, the younger
Yeah.
kids, you'll want to go see Zootopia, but
even though it's got Lex Luthor in it, but
I think Zootopia opens this next week. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, that's gonna be huge. Yeah, a kids movie like that's gonna kick.
Oh
kick
yeah, that's
ass,
going to
yeah.
open at possibly 80 to 100 million, I bet.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
Because the
yeah.
first film did very, very well. So I'm not. It'll probably be pretty front loaded, but
Yeah.
I think this movie will hang on with another 15 million probably, which is going to be, 12 to 15 million, which I think will be really respectable. And if that worldwide is Jesus, I think the star appeal is what's helping it worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's a pretty big star. Jesse
Morgan
Eisenberg.
Freeman and Jesse
Morgan, yeah.
Eisenberg.
No, it's a good cast. Yep. You wonder if they make deals where it was like all these stars and they get back, there's incentives or
Probably
to keep the price down.
Well, the price was over 100 million, I guess, for what it costs. But
the other
I'm
thing
sure
is
a
too,
lot
if
of
you
that
don't
was the
agree to do it,
cast.
like you gotta, if you ain't in it, you're not making money either too. So I guess, but that's with a big ensemble cast, it's always difficult to keep the budget down. I'm sure, but these are fun. Yeah, I thought these are fun movies. I'd enjoyed them. Yeah. Thought they were pretty good. Yep. So. All right. Well, that was our bonus minutes. Now we got to go. Now we're really getting the hell out of here. But thank you again, Tom. It's always awesome hanging out with you. And we should try to do one of these days a fun what was in the box stream. I sent you a few 3D printed items, right? So sorry for filling up your house, but
oh gosh, no problem. I mean, I got a few
yeah, that'd
right
be fun.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've shown a lot of the stuff off.
Yeah, I've
already,
shown a
so.
lot of yeah.
I mean, it's not like anybody's going to be seeing much that they haven't already seen. I got like the magnets.
That's true, yeah.
I got like the magnets on the refrigerator, and like this one threw me off because I wasn't sure what you sent the cord for, and then I finally figured out, oh, this is a light. So yeah, you plug it in and it lights.
It lights up. It doesn't eat you. It's not a land shark, so
no,
that's a good
I might
thing.
be able to
Yeah.
plug it in here. It's just like a USB plug. Let's see here.
That's what's fun about the 3D. So I got my Turkey Enterprise is in the other room, but I'm gonna do a giveaway of that. There we go.
I mean, it's probably really bright, but
yeah, it's brighter on the screen.
In person, it doesn't look as this.
It's bright, yeah.
It's a lot more subdued, but
it's fun, yeah.
So you got that, and then of course you sent me like, the turtle lamp, which I'm sure you've shown already, which is in my living room. And then you sent me like the Jaws
plates,
license plates, one with and without blood.
Yeah, because why not?
And a nice Jaws placard just for whatever you want to call it.
Find a spot for it.
You sent me a couple of these, like 3 sizes of the thing.
Yeah.
So I got one in all 3. And the smallest one is sitting right next to my thing figure up there.
That's perfect. Yeah.
And this
that's
one
a classic.
I really liked. And then of course I got the keychain one actually on my keychain.
That one came out good. That one came out good. Actually.
Yeah, these all look. I mean, I would have if you wouldn't have told me
that it was 3D printed.
I would have known. I would have thought you picked these up at like a Spencer's.
Right. Yeah.
Or something, you know what I mean? Especially like this one looks really good. Like I was kind of surprised.
Thank you.
You can't even tell this one at all. Like some of these you can kind of see the cross hatching a little bit
if you really look close. Yeah.
Yeah, like like this one, if you shine really well in the lights, it's so thick you can kind of
see it.
But like the license plates, you can't tell. The Elm Street one has a little bit, but I'm kind of amazed how you almost made it look kind of reflective because of that. So even though it's not reflective,
it does say, is that one printed upside down? Let me show me that one again.
I'm trying to remember, but like it does kind of almost seem reflective.
There's an ironing.
Oh, is that what it is?
There's an ironing button you can press, or you can tell the G code to iron, so it goes back. And it depends on the filament you use too. Like certain filaments are shinier. Yep.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool looking.
I mean, it's just amazing where you can do these. It's just like an insane kid in the candy store.
And of course, you sent me like the Ghostbuster.
Yeah, and I broke mine the other day too. I was hanging
mine is
up on
actually
the wall.
broke too, but the arm still fits in there. I got to get some glue.
Glue it. Yeah, mailing that is tricky. But then I dropped
like
something.
This.
Yeah, the Spock.
I don't know what you'd really. I mean, it's kind of like it's supposed to be a paperweight, but it's
not heavy enough for that. But yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cool. And yeah, you sent me a whole bunch of goodies, and that's just some of the ones I have nearby right now. But
that was fun to do. Yeah,
this is the little, and you even
the
sent
little
me like a
Klobig,
little.
yeah. And it's a shameless plug, but you can buy those on Fleabay. I put those up on. I haven't sold any yet. I might have to
that's
lower
too
the
bad.
prices.
I can't
maybe,
believe
but,
that.
yeah,
Maybe.
I was
Well,
hoping for the movie.
It's not cheap to probably make, but
no, yeah, and then you can't sell it for like $1 because just
Right.
the shipping and stuff too. But
I
yeah,
mean-
but it's a lot of fun to be able
But
to.
I mean,
do that
something
stuff.
like that, if you were to buy, like, depending on the size of each one, like that little one, like, say you saw one of those things at Spencer's. That little
$5,
one would
I
probably
guess,
be
right?
5 to 10. The semi-sized ones here would be 5 or 10 to 20. So, like, I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, some
Yeah, I
of
was
the other
trying to
stuff
sell
you
them
sent
in a
me, like the
3-pack,
light up
too.
one, that's like I mean, I have similar ones to this light up one. You can't really see them behind me here, but I have like ones that are like this.
Yeah.
See if I can move my. See, like all those behind there.
Jurassic
besides,
Park. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that Jason mask lights up, the Ghostbuster sign, the Jaws one, the flux capacitor, and the Jurassic Park one. They all light up, and they're basically the same
kind of thing,
as
right?
this. Almost as a little bit different plastic material or whatever, but that's all they are, and they light up.
The
Same
light up
kind
is
of
fun. Yeah.
concept.
Yeah, the light up.
So,
I
I
like the
mean-
light up, yeah.
I mean, really, and I paid for those between probably 20 and 50, depending on which one.
Yeah, how big it was. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't put the like you can't sell Jaws stuff online. You have to
really?
do original.
Universal
because-
goes after you.
Well, you probably would go out. I guess if you do it on Etsy, if you do just like a few, it depends on how big you get, I guess too. But
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think you'd be able to get away with.
probably
Just
could get
doing-
away with it. Yeah, you look on eBay and see what's there. But I was trying to sell the Doomsday Machine on Etsy, and then they came after me. They made me take it down. I'm like, but
Paramount
everyone's
did?
selling, and everyone's selling Star Trek stuff on like, I'm like, how the hell did that happen? It's like everyone else and their uncle is selling Star Trek stuff, and plus it's a Doomsday Machine. It's not even like it's something from. Yes, it's Star Trek, but it's not like one of the main characters. I guess it is licensed, but I was like, what
You almost
the
kind of got to
heck?
wear that as a badge of honor.
Yeah, screw you, Paramount. Yeah, you bastards. Yeah, but so all right. Well, this was super fun tonight, and I got to get back to work, so I got to finish that.
I hear you.
Finish that. This was a great study break, as I call it, a work break. So
We'll have fun doing that. It was good to
yeah.
get to hang out with you again.
Yeah, great to hang out. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone in the chat. And we'll catch you next week for Sunday Night Geekery. And then I'll do the giveaway for, I guess, next week before Thanksgiving for the turkey prize. Yep. So everyone can have a turkey prize. And my wife is not happy when
You're
I show
giving
her
away
that
free
tonight.
turkey?
Free turkey Turkey Enterprise. Did you see the Turkey Enterprise?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let me grab it. Hold on. Let me grab it. I got to show you.
Is it a stuffed turkey prize? Spot. It looks like a turkey.
It was in the other room. Let me turn this on. Yep. All right. Sorry, I had to go in the dining room to get it. I'm teasing my wife. I said, I want this for our dining room for Thanksgiving. So I printed a few of these to give extra ones to give away too. So here we go. Would help if I turn the camera on. So it's a turkey prize. So it's an Enterprise made out of turkey and some corn and forks, a pie tin, and it's the saucer is a pumpkin pie.
Set phasers to whipped cream.
I mean, everyone would want one of these in their house, right? I mean, this is perfect for Thanksgiving, right? My
pretty
kids were
cool.
home tonight. I think it's pretty cool. They're like, "Mom is gonna kill you." So yeah, this was a fun design I found on Maker World. So we'll be giving away some of those next week. All right, now we're really sick.
So do you have to paint that, or is that each
No,
color
that
different?
was just printed the different colors. So that's what saves you a lot of time too. So you just print it as a color and just there's no glue actually to assemble. You could glue it, but
Oh, wow.
so that's what makes it fast. So yeah, you just do all the different different colors. You know, print the yellow, red, the pie tin, and you get silver. So the time is, yeah, you're getting the different colors, but it's a fun model. Yeah, so much better than J.J. Abrams' Trek. Yeah, that would have been a great like the Star Trek restaurant on SNL. Yep. So we had fun doing that. All right, now we're really getting the hell out of here. All right, everyone, thanks so much. Yep, yeah. That is going to be the centerpiece. Yep. That's I'm trying to do, Kal-El. Yep, but my wife wasn't having any of it. All right, take care. Have fun storming the castle.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.